Oh.
Yeah, I'm a hunter now. Rank on Patreon. All 50 chapters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Because I finally caught up with Defiance of the Fallen. And it's just ending like a big arc. It's like literally like tomorrow is the last chapter for the arc. And I'm like, damn, I want to kind of wait and let the story build up because I don't like reading everyday chapters. So like things build up. I'm like, damn, what am I gonna read from now? All right, I read Primal Hunter. I catch up on Royal Road. I'm like, okay. Shit, I don't have anything to read. Okay, well I'll just get Patreon and catch up on Primal Hunter, all 50 chapters. So.
Are you caught up yet?
No. I'm only like. I'm at the part where they're solving the magic puzzle at the very beginning.
Oh, okay. You got a minute.
Yeah, no, yeah. I got like another 47 chapters to read.
Yeah.
Like I just started that today.
I think the arc is just about to end.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. The treasure hunting arc is gonna end. This is perfect because by the time I get to that point where it's ending, I'll be all caught up to that point. I'm not reading like 10 chapters a day. I'm reading like 4 or 5 a day, maybe. So maybe like this week, next week, the arc's gonna end. And then I'll go to He Who Fights the Monsters, and I'll catch up with that one. And then I'll go to another story. Or maybe I'll sit down and write more than one chapter every 3 days on my own book. Yeah, you know. Well, I fixed 59. I saw the things you put on there.
Yeah, did you finish 60 yet?
No. Like I just started 60.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, like with 59, like it just felt. When I first wrote it, I just got everything I wanted to happen in that chapter down. And then I read it. I'm like, this is trash. Like this isn't how gods would talk to a mortal, and this is how Matthew would talk to a god at this point in time in the story. So I'm like, all right. Went back. I kind of fixed it a little bit, made it, a bit more plausible of how things would react to each other. The snake one was perfect. That one I only changed a couple wording. Oh shit!
Oh, maybe I can get this to work. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I probably started the recording early if you're listening to this. Yeah. Shit. What's been so wonky on my PC today? Oh shit. Oh, I'm here.
Not sure we're gonna need recording.
Okay, app's working again. Sorry.
I guess Ragnar died.
Can I have his corpse?
Well, considering he's on a boat heading back to his
Viking
base.
funeral.
No. Yeah.
It's probably a family thing, or you just overslept. It's the weekend.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. It's a downtime session, so like it's just
Probably short.
whatever you want to take care of here in voice, let's do it. If not, we can do it in
It's probably going to be a short session too.
probably like an hour or two. Depends on what you want to do.
Anyone else got any ideas what they want to do first?
I'm not even there, so I'm out in the jungle.
Yep.
I'm in the swampland with the lizard folk. Probably gonna die.
Wait, how are there lizard folk left?
Because I took 2
We
captives.
left the woman and children.
Oh yeah.
I took
Also-
2 captives.
Bane kidnapped 2 of them.
What?
Allegedly.
You would definitely see them hanging upside down before we left, because I was interrogating him.
I don't remember. I don't remember if Jesper saw that in character.
It was kind of like afterthought when the session ended. Whenever you raided the village,
We raided the village, and I knocked 2 of them out and told my zombies to guard.
Yep.
After we finished doing that, I went back to and tied them up.
Okay, because I thought I would have. I probably we didn't mention them at all in the Oracle episode, so I just didn't.
they weren't there with you guys. He like
Okay.
threw them and he
Yeah, okay.
had his zombies watching them. Yeah.
Well, if we're in if we're in Dreska, yeah, Dreska, I'm gonna look if there's a Blue Lotus like guild here or something alchemist related.
All right, give me a perception check or investigation, whichever's higher.
Okay. Dude.
Just walk around going, any potions, any spice.
15. So you would easily find the Blue Lotus branch for this capital city.
Yeah. I show them my badge. I guess I have.
Yeah, from your tournament that you entered in, won, and everything like that. Yeah. So a couple things. First off, you would notice it's very, 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 very empty. And that's because the merchant's in town. But there is still a skeleton crew.
We gotta give the merchant his own ice cream man theme.
Well, didn't you see the announcements? Like the bells tolled, the town criers were yelling out.
Honestly, dude, half the time the announcements come when I'm asleep and I'm at work. The other half, I don't actually get to read Discord until an hour before the session starts.
Jeez.
I have trouble getting to read all that shit. That's why I don't talk that much on the Discord.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, there's still there's still people there to man it because it is the Blue Lotus. It's a very well-known and popular alchemist branch.
Okay, actually, questions, because everyone knows about the merchant. Would we have is it common knowledge in universe that the merchant's what he does and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Jesper wouldn't go near that because he's I have enough fucking problems as it is. I don't need to give up more if I ask him the wrong questions.
Perfectly fine. The line is very long, so you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, here's the question: how much is this hit from the stick of power worth?
Depends on the severity of the curse you're asking for. Because there's minor things where your hair stays pink forever, or you can't turn a doorknob left or something like that. And there's major ones where you lose a spell slot, or you lose the ability to read a language. And there's some really big ones you lose a level, or you lose a boon, or you just fucking become blind. Yeah, so there's severity levels. I had to pull up my curse chart, but it exists.
All right.
So Jester, you're there. Show them your badge, so you're immediately no questions asked. You're welcomed. They ask you if there's anything that you need from them.
Do you guys have any information on celestial bloods and how they can be used?
So the secretary is a very lovely elven woman, very pretty. It's obvious why she's out here in the front. She's like, well, yes, Mr. Jesper, we have a catalog of various ingredients that has been used and tested various different ways, but information does cost money. So if you can,
how much
for celestial blood, she goes to a file and starts going through the little cabinet. Flicking through celestial blood. Here we go. So she pulls out a little crystal, and there's a price tag on it. It says 30 gold.
That's easy. Okay, I just handed her the 30 gold.
Right, she'll hand you the little information crystal that tells you. It's just very generic. Oh, Ragnar's alive.
He lives.
It's just very generic information of what is has been tested and sold to the guild itself, and the guild has repurposed to tell you and give out.
Yeah. Is there any information on the unicorn blood specifically?
So she asked you, do you want celestial or do you want unicorn specifically?
Oh, I thought unicorns were covered under celestial.
Right, so she would specify, well, yes, we have celestial blood as a generic, and then we do have specific creatures, however, it does get more expensive.
Can I just upgrade from my last package, or do I have to pay a whole new price?
Well, since you're still here, I can just get you the unicorn one specifically. It's gonna be 35 gold.
All right, that's easy enough.
Or do you want both, and I'll give you a discount for a total of 50 gold.
Discount sounds nice, but can we get it down to 40?
I'm sorry, prices are firm here in the guild. And this is including the discounts with your rank in the guild.
Yeah, I gotta get work on getting that up sooner or later. Okay, just a second. I gotta figure out how much.
You are a junior member, but you got some random alchemist off the street.
Yeah.
So there's privileges that come with it, which is the ability to buy such information.
Okay,
and ingredients and stuff.
I went with the deal and bought 50 gold.
Right, so 50 gold. So you get the generic celestial blood information crystal, and then you get the unicorn specific one.
Yeah.
So just writing down some very generic things to know. With unicorn blood specifically, it is very pure blood. It is used primarily for two things, and that's for anything to do with vitality, health, purity, things like that. And it's also used for as a positive energy spell or potion amplifier.
Okay.
And then celestial blood as a whole is just anything to do with positive energy, celestial energy. It's just a core ingredient for any potion like that.
All right. And
so as an example, like your blessed potions.
Yeah.
If you put celestial blood in there, it will be a 1d5 or a 1d6, depending upon the strength and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I'm actually going. That sounds actually really useful. I'm gonna workshop that. Was that a known thing, or do I have to work for that? Like, is that something I would have to make myself, or is that a known concoction?
The recipe exists, but you have to buy that.
Okay, I don't want to buy it.
Yeah, now, you know it exists, but you have to buy the recipe yourself or figure it out.
Actually, I'm gonna look at. So Jesper is. Okay, Chris is working through Jesper. He's gonna have theory craft. So I have 12 bottles of J6 Hydra blood. I know Hydras regenerate.
Correct.
Could I get that the regeneration aspect of that blood really well and use it to augment my healing potions to make them they cure this, but then they do it again next turn?
Could you do that, or is this something you're trying to create?
I'm trying to create this because I know Hydras regenerate their flesh when they get cut down.
Are you in your lab, or are you just theory crafting as is something you can do?
Well,
are you actually experimenting?
That's why I say that DM is if there was a lab I could use, I assumed I could use the Blue Lotus lab.
So absolutely, as a junior member, the secretary would tell you that you have access to the labs. It is very basic. It only has very simple tools. There's nothing magical about them. To get access to higher ones, you just pay for access or earn a rank where you get those free.
Well, I already have a +1 alchemist kit, so that should work okay. But just in case, I'm only going to spend about 4 bottles of J6 blood experimenting with this. Just to make sure I can get it to work first. I'm basically saving the unicorn and the, what was it? Sand shark. I got unicorn and, what was the other blood I got? Sand shark?
The salamander.
Salamander. I know I have it wrote down. I got it mixed up with the giant centipede. Because I have, in my notes, there's giant centamander. It's written down.
So you use 4 bottles, so give me 6 alchemist tools checks.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you're theory crafting of a way to apply this blood to specifically healing potions and amplify them somehow, correct?
Yeah, the elixirs I can make now a 2d6 potion as one of my free ones. Because it updates with your proficiency bonus. But I'm seeing if I could do it to where I could give it to someone, they could take it, then the next turn they get either half the effect over again, get another 2d6, or get just a. That's what I'm trying to do, make it a persistent potion, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Okay, so in your crafting with these 4 potions, you make 2 different types. Of these 2, you're able to make 4 total of each. So you have 8 different potions you're able to make, amplifying healing potions, okay?
Okay.
The first 4 is exactly a normal basic healing potion, 2d4 plus 2. However, for the next minute, you regenerate 1 HP every turn.
Okay. I'm gonna call it that. Let's see. I always put that in my bio.
Call that Ragnar's life.
Okay, I'm just gonna call it Regeneration Elixir.
Remember, it's a basic potion, so it's 2d4 plus 2, but you regen 1 HP every turn after that. Or you don't can, you just do.
Yeah. Regeneration Elixir. That'll be really helpful for whenever people get going down. Regen Elixir, normal pot. And plus. Okay.
And then the second type of potion you make is it amplifies the healing nature of the Hydra Blood to where it supercharges the potion, but there is a slight drawback to it. So it doubles the dice of any healing potion applied to it,
Okay.
which you're using a basic one. So right now it's a 44 plus 2.
Gotcha.
But the drawback is you lose 1 HP every turn
Okay.
per minute.
Okay, Regeneration Elixir and Burst Healer.
Mm-hmm.
Healer,
You have a big giant healing burst, but you lose 1 HP every turn.
Yep.
So.
Doubles dice.
And you have 4 of each of those. Out of the 4 Hydra Bloods you use, you're able to make 4 of each of those types.
Okay, so mechanics question. Because how the Alchemist works, I can choose 2 free potions for my elixirs every day. Like, normally I have to spend a spell slot on them. Can I just choose to add one of these as effects to one of the potions I get for free every day?
Yeah, so you have to use the blood still to amplify it, but you can add that effect. So 1 Hydra's blood basically equals 2 potions. How I'm kind of ruling it for this one.
Okay, so I have 8 bottles of Hydra blood left.
So let's say you make your blessed potion, for example.
Yeah.
You can do the regen 1 HP per turn on the blessed potion.
Gotcha.
Or you could do the burst, so
wait,
it would just default to 2d4.
Would the burst heal? Wait, does the burst elixir, the way you're describing it, does it only work on healing stuff, or does it double all dice roll? Okay. I think you meant, suddenly I can roll 2d8 blessed. Like, what?
No. It only works on vitality or health-related potions.
Yeah,
so if let's say you have a regeneration potion specifically, like just a basic regeneration potion, you can burst that so it's 2 regen per turn, but you lose this damage every turn. So it just back to 1.
I feel like I'm gonna trick someone with that more than I'm gonna use it, because that's something to make. That's a good trick potion. Okay.
So yeah, those are like I said, those are 2 different types you're able to create with the 4 experimental blood and all that fun stuff. So
okay.
The nat 20 did you wonders.
Oh, I didn't realize I had advantage.
Oh yeah, you're an alchemist lab.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah.
It's like
I didn't even think about that. Okay. So I'm going to. Yep. The interactions involve your shop is concerned. Yep. All right then. Well, I'm going to think of some more stuff. Kier, you got stuff right now?
I could do.
Yeah.
I'll just think of some more stuff while Kier's doing his.
That's perfect. Fun. Like I say, it's just us hanging out, being bros. Ragnar will be here in a handful of minutes. So, take your time.
Yeah.
You don't have. You remember, you have like 2 weeks plus a little bit extra time, because like I'm kind of like waiting a 2-week number just in case people need more time for things.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna spend it just making a fuckload of potions for us for this journey.
What do you got, Kier? What do you want to start off at?
First thing, I want to watch here.
Okay. So, as a full member, it doesn't take you very long because you have these can't, so you're able to easily find the signs and are able to work your way toward a member easily. It is a Ergonazi. She's very, she's like hovering in the air, very like lazily, like as you're sitting on the cloud or something like that. So.
Mainly I'm just trying to figure out if there's Ups.
Hmm.
Can you check it out?
So she said usually we do, but with the merchant in town, it's like a week off essentially. Not even the criminals are going to waste the opportunity to talk to the merchant for anything. So it's basically she summarizes like 75% of this capital is in a line to see the merchant this week. So if you want to watch people, watch it in line. Make sure people aren't trying to steal things, but the merchant's not gonna let people steal from him. She chuckles. Yeah. No, it's always fun to see people trying to do that. But as for other things going on in town, she thinks for a minute, looking at you. Well, what'd you get at? Are you more of a problem finder or a problem solver?
Put it column A a little bit.
Nah, he's just a
She nods.
problem.
She nods. All right. I respect it. Tell you what. You seem like a very sneaky guy. There is possibly one thing I could use your help. If you do it for me, I'll pay you. Well, she says she like stretches, kind of actually paying attention to the conversation now. I don't think Estebel, as you probably noticed, is new-ish. As you know, it's built upon the ruins of its old capital from when monsters attacked and stuff like that. And right now, there's monster surge. And when there's monster surge, there's people who bring in monsters they capture, things like that, which also opens an increase in trade of certain people and creatures and things and stuff. More of the under black market trade stuff, which isn't completely illegal here in this country, but some of the things they trade is a little nefarious in my opinion. So, soup around, see if you find anything nefarious going on in black market areas or behind some back alleys or whatever. And if it, seems nefarious to you, take care of it.
Fine.
And for every problem you solve, that's a little extra golden sticker on your name. She wiggles her fingers. Bye now, handsome.
Is this just gonna be a thing of every female character just gonna flirt?
I mean, I just look up the chart of personalities and I just roll it, and it just happened to get that again.
Fair.
So it's like not every female character, it just happened to be these two. Thea's not a flirt. Other females you interacted weren't flirts. It just happened to be.
They just had a hatred for doors.
Yeah, she did. She hates doors. That's her personality. Doors are her enemy.
Yeah.
And is definitely not incompetent.
What do you say?
And is definitely not incompetent.
No, not at all. I mean, she was, in a meeting with you guys and the fucking Council of or the Heavens 12 members.
Oh no, I'm just referring to the quote of "We are not incompetent."
Got it.
I think we were giving them shit. Her and the druid shit.
I think his name was like Pyre or something like that.
You named something fire related because he was part of Ash's stuff.
Well, he was a fire genasi, so yeah. Fire genasis always have a fire pun for a name, like a trademark for.
I have a fire genasi whose name was a pun on Razzle Dazzle.
Was it Brazzle?
No, his name was Razel, and he cast Dazzle as a spell.
Nice.
But that was his fake name, because I had to develop a whole thing around him later, and now he's kind of the chaotic neutral NPC ally to the team that has a lot of influence because they helped him get a kingdom.
Yeah. Right. So what are you doing now, Kier? Alright, give me a stealth check and a perception check. That's a 13 still. That's
the lowest I think I've rolled in a minute for
Yeah,
stealth.
it's been a
Okay.
hot minute.
Perception. I see
Alright.
it's disadvantage. Spot me. That.
So you're going around the capital city of um this place whose name I forget off the top of my head. Something Esgar, whatever. Desgar, I think. Deska. Um, and like she said, it's very quiet. Once you get further away from where the merchant is. Excuse me, I got a little bit of that's a reflex there. Ooh, ah. I was like, let me take a drink of my water. There we go. But you do see some people out and about. No one directly nefarious. It's just odd that they're here and not in the merchant line. But they could be people who doesn't have anything, or people who've already had their turn. And you start working your way through more back alleys, maybe listening in on conversations through windows, things like that. And you start to hear a conversation between two people. You don't see them because you're kind of like around a corner, just listening in on the conversation. And they're talking about something called the Gray Beauty. The Gray Beauty this, the Gray Beauty that. They're haggling on a price for the Gray Beauty. And the haggling goes on for a couple minutes, and then you're just about bored of it. You're about done with it, like you're about to just either leave or whatever you would do in a situation when they finally stop haggling and agree to a price and a time and place to meet up later.
All right. I hear the time and place.
Yep. So it's just outside the city walls to the west, after dark. So definitely something sketch going on with that extra bit of detail.
That works.
Darn, it's almost like DM is doing you a favor. Oh man.
Oh, I was just gonna cast Pass Without a Trace as well.
That also works.
I'm stacking everything on it.
It's like you can't see me, not even I can see myself. Except for maybe Torb, saying passive perception.
Also,
so yep.
Pelican kind of are bonded to.
It's one of them is not attunement. Either boots or cloak.
Boots,
One is
cloak,
not.
blue boots are not.
Okay, there you go.
Cloak is.
Yep. So there you go. But one is specifically sound, and the other is specifically sight. Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
Pass Without.
Everything. Yeah, it's just it's a flat plus then. Yeah. So get that. So you just going straight there and waiting, or you can do some other things? What's going on here?
Like what's like the how long until the
Oh, it's a couple more hours. It's still evening, afternoon time.
a little bit.
Okay. So you keep snooping around. Would Kier ever do some bribery, by any chance? How low are you?
108.
Oh, okay.
Relatively low.
Okay. Low for an adventurer, but for a guard or like a bar's maid, you're rich.
Been out in the boot for a bit. Haven't really pocketing.
Well, you gotta remember the average NPC salary is a gold a month.
Yeah.
So it's bribery. 1, 2 gold here and there. You're good. So you start talking to people. Maybe spend 2 pieces here, 2 pieces there. Eventually, you spend like 6 or 8 gold pieces. Nothing too out of pocket for you, but for the people you're spending the money on, it's worth it. And you soon find yourself, huh? What?
I will note. I'm talking like I'm in like different areas when I'm talking to. I will be myself. There's like just being tracked.
Okay. Is there anyone specific you're looking at, or just random people you see on the street just to?
Um, general vibe check people. Try to like my
Like, okay, so people you're questioning or people you're disguising as?
I'm not disguising it. I was basically not trying
Okay.
and not
So,
trying to leave like
so you're
like
not
say
disguising
and
as
say
anyone specific. You're just
yeah more so
looking as
more
random
so
citizen number 7, essentially.
yeah more so trying not to be like
Noticed.
someone more to like go asking questions,
Yeah.
not trying to
No
have a description.
yeah, no distinct features, just bland hair, bland face, bland.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And you're vibe checking the people you're questioning. Great.
Well, I was just more so like trying to do like a general vibe check.
Okay, give me a insight check. And is there anything specific you're looking for? You're looking for more shady people, looking for people who seem to be hiding something, people who seem to be having a really good day, people who like what are you looking for here? What are you digging for?
Seem to be shady, but might look like they're trying to like they have something.
Right, people
Good with them.
avoiding someone like yourself, someone who's
Yeah,
avoiding
exactly.
avoiding being seen, very
You
bland.
you
Being,
find a
it's fucking
mirror.
26. I was about to say that. You see
Yeah.
someone very sketchy looking, but you realize it's the mirror.
Yeah.
With the 26th, you're walking through town and thinking more to like, trying to look like you belong to a crowd of people. No one important at all. When you see someone doing the exact same thing, however, they're just slightly worse at it than you. It's something about how they're walking. What you would see is it looks like just a human with brown hair, brown eyes. He's wearing like a green tunic, some brown cargo pants. Nothing too important about him. He has a small dagger holstered in a on his hip, obviously used for self defense. Nothing like he doesn't look like he's like prowling to kill someone, but just the way he's walking, something about it is just not what you see a human walking. Give me a hold on. Let me look something up real quick. Uno momento, por favor. What'd you say?
I believe disguise self is investigation.
No, you're good. I have to look up something real quick. Hold on 1 second. You're gonna make a check. But I'm trying to figure out if it's that one or if it's a different check. Unload. I need a investigation check. Yes. All right. You realize this man is disguised with an illusionary spell of some sort. And as you focus on him, you narrow your eyes and you really focus on him. You can see the image flicker, and what is supposed to look like a human is now suddenly looking like a drow for a brief second. So much taller than his human, much longer strides and stuff. And that's what was weird about it is the strides of the human just didn't match the body shape. And so it flickers and you now can see it's a drow walking.
Like taking awkward steps.
Yep, exactly. And it's odd because this is the second drow you've ever seen in your life.
Third, water droplet.
Right, yes.
And the ones he's
yep.
sorted.
But see, this drow specifically doesn't have the mark of banishment like water droplet.
Oh, he's a spy.
How like far away are they?
Across the street. Just walking in the crowd, seemingly looking normal.
Like
Give
I'd
me
like to hear what
a
they're asking.
give me a deception check. No, sorry, performance check.
Same roll, anyways. Ha!
Yeah, you walk across the street. He doesn't even like look in your direction or anything like that. And now you're like following him.
Characters. Okay. Trying to listen. Asking about.
No one's asking anything. He's just walking behind a crowd, trying to look like he belongs to it, but he doesn't. You look at everyone else, and they seem to be like normal people, varying races, either orc, human, dwarf, alfolk, whatever you want to call it. So something to note is everyone in this town has a weapon on them. In the city, everyone does. Bow, staff, sword, dagger, gun. You name it, they have a weapon. Everyone is in the city. Even kids have weapons. Slingshots, maybe a wand, the occasional short sword for the larger boys and girls.
By casting Hunter's Mark on this.
Okay, Hunter's Mark, what are the components to cast it? Only verbal. Okay. So you don't have the subtle meta magic. You can't.
So I mean, like whispering. I mean whispering. So like.
Give me a stealth check with disadvantage. All right. You cast your Hunter's Mark spell. You know it stuck. Successfully casted. So yeah. It lasts for an hour, right?
Do they seem to react?
No. He's walking until what?
Like, the ladies all trail.
Okay, perfect. So you're following this drow through this, and he seems to be walking toward something specifically. But he's going about it in a very roundabout way, sticking to like main paths. He's not going down any side alleys. He's not looking suspicious whatsoever. He just looks like a man out for a stroll amongst the town. But with you though, you're able to detect you're slowly heading toward the northeastern part of the city, more and more progressively. You circle around the big giant town square with the merchant. You go toward the castle, which is toward the the north of the kingdom, but you go around the southern edge, not quite entering the more fortified areas. Excuse me, I have hiccups. And you just keep following him toward the northeast. It's a very large city, but it doesn't take you more than an hour to get on foot. And at this point, the crowds are thinning out, and he's now walking by himself, and you're walking far enough away that you don't look suspicious. You've gone back and forth across the street, occasionally taking a shortcut of your own, and then coming back around somewhere else. Even once you went in front of him just to, avoid being behind him constantly. So, yeah. And he's just walking alone in the street. And then he starts looking around more seriously at this point. Looking over his shoulder, not at you specifically. Well, he does look at you, but he's just trying to figure out. Obviously, he's like
just looking through the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely at this point suspicious of someone following him, but not you specifically that you are following him. He just thinks if someone is. And he looks around. He even looks at you, but he just kind of like his eyes just like bounce off you. Doesn't really pay you any attention. And then he just walking, and then suddenly he just slides to the right down an alley. No one in the crowd seems to notice. There is no crowd. Sorry, it's just a pretty sparsely filled street. You just see him just whoop down an alley.
But I just kind of try to walk past the alley and like
Yep. So you walk down the alley, you look down, you see nothing. It's just an empty alley.
No.
Yeah, you walk by.
Uh,
Yeah, you glance,
no-
and it's just empty.
oh wait. Pass by again.
Right. You walk down the road. You do like the old pat. Oh darn, forgot my keys. Gotta turn around, and go back. And you go back and you look down again. Still empty. Nothing.
No signs.
No
of
signs. No. Well, I mean, if you want to look more closely, do that. But at a glance, you don't see it.
Oh.
Okay. So you triple back at this point. You're like, oh nope, I have my keys. Never mind, false alarm. You go back in front of the alley, but then you pull the same maneuver where you just sidestep into the alley, into the darkness. And you are looking down the alley. And give me a investigation check. Yep.
Loving these rolls today.
You're in a-
it was a bit of a red flag when my first roll with stealth was 13, but we're picking it up now.
it's just a little rusty, Gotta get the dust off.
Yeah, here's the thing. This is gonna come back to bite us in combat.
When you fight that dragon next week, yeah.
This is why I have a very, very high modifier for combat.
What do you gotta do? Like a +10 to hit now?
I'm at with fighting style +9.
Yeah, okay, +9. I knew it was like somewhere around there.
I mean, I can get you to +12. Well, I can remember Crimson Clad.
Oh, that too. So.
I don't have any drugs that can get him there yet.
Yeah. So you're looking down this alley. What'd you roll again?
21 for
21. Outstanding. So you're going down this alley looking, and it's pretty obvious this alleyway's rarely ever used. It's not because it's like dust or anything like that. It's actually the fact there is a lack of foot traffic, wear and tear in this alley. Is what catches your eye.
almost 2.
Exactly. And the drow couldn't have gotten too far down the alley in the few moments that before you walked by. So you start looking for, something, anything. And that's when you realize there's a hidden door in the wall down the alley. You don't know how to open it, though, is the problem. You can see where bricks, where they connect, there's like cement isn't quite all the way through certain parts, and it looks like this wall can somehow, hidden wall door somehow. Give me a
Have
perception
an
check.
black of like dust.
Yep. Beep perception. Cool. So you're looking around, and you're feeling along, looking for something to activate this door or something, and that's when you find a brick that's loose, and you push it, and the door just silently just clicks open, unlocks. You like open it ever so slightly, and it's just dark down there. Your dark vision is only allowing you to see. It's just pitch blackness.
Dark vision is not working.
Dark vision is working. It's just a tunnel going like slanted downwards. Darkness. You see nothing. It's just at this point, like you have about like 30-45 minutes for you to leave to make it. Okay.
Close the door.
Yep.
The main question is, are you to tell anybody about it?
Well, I plan on it. More so, will I tell anyone about it beforehand? As our party is not. missions. Our
Yeah.
support day.
Of course,
I do have Pass Without a Trace, which is wonderful.
and I can make a cloak for myself.
To investigate.
Yeah.
First.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start heading back across town. You're not moving stealthily. You're moving very quickly across the town. Taking side alleys, cutting through, little shortcuts and everything, not taking main roads and stuff like that. And what is your plan?
I'm trying to get there. Like, basically, I'm just trying to get to the location. That way, I can like vantage point, watch whatever. Try to get.
Alrighty, cool. Also, High Park. Hey, cool.
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
Cool.
I'm just
We're just
wondering-
doing downtime stuff. Right now, Kier is following up a lead. So you got a couple minutes. You still gotta get ready or do any real life stuff.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll just stay on mute till it's my turn.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, go. Take your time. So like I said, so you get there. It's getting dark, sun setting. You get there several minutes beforehand. You don't see any. It's just outside the castle wall. There's no guards in view. Just odd. It's near the walls.
Cover near.
There's the wall itself. There's a couple trees, but nothing significant. All right, give me a acrobatics with disadvantage, and then stealth. So you climb up the tree. A couple branches break and everything like that. It's not really built to support someone's body, even though you're pretty skinny and light. It's not like a big oak tree. It's just like a decorative tree. So you get up in there and you're like hiding. Assuming you get to pass without a trace and everything like that as well.
Yeah. Well, like
Yes.
once it's like within like 45 minutes.
How long does pass without a trace
Maybe.
last for?
Hour.
Gotcha. So you're sitting in the tree. It's dark, so you're pretty safe that no one's going to notice you. In the meeting time, getting closer, and you see a halfling come just strolling by. Just normal looking halfling. He's just whistling, going for his evening stroll, and he just kind of stops in the area and just lands against the castle wall and just stands there. A minute goes by, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. You see the halfling seems a little nervous, a little agitated. And just when you think the halfling is about to give up and walk away, you hear in the distance the sound of a wagon being rolled up. And a couple moments after you hear it, the halfling hears it. Well, you see it in his face. He turns his ear in that direction just to confirm he heard what he heard. And a wagon is getting closer. It's a very big, heavy wagon, much bigger and heavier than Torbane's. And then you see it being pulled by a what can only be described as a very, very, very large man, probably a half giant with 4 arms. And he's pulling it on his, he just got like a couple ropes and he's just pulling it. He's digging a little bit into the ground. It's pretty heavy even for him, but he makes it. It's a covered, caged wagon, much larger than Torbane's. And the halfling rubs his hands and he walks up. And with the half giant is a human wearing pretty nothing crazy clothing. So
Nondescript.
well, so the clothing not so much, but him is very much descriptive. You would see a man who standing up straight. He has jet black hair that's military buzz cut. And you would see there is a like scar on his face, going from like just the left of his nose, going across his lips and everything like that, down to his neck, and going down to his collarbone underneath where the his shirt goes. The halfling walks up. Oh, I was beginning to think you weren't going to show up. Easy now, friend. Easy now. Master Maurice always arrives when he's supposed to. It's just, had a little problems getting here with the guards note. Yes. Okay. Well, do you have it? Of course, friend. Come look behind the wagon. Yes. And Maurice would guide the halfling behind the wagon and pull open the tarp. You can't see it from your angle.
What time is it?
Dark after sunset.
Is we're dealing like how bright it is out.
It's generic cloudy brightness. Nothing crazy.
Somebody.
It's not full
it's not
moon,
the
but
door
it's
to,
not like new moon either. It's just one of those quarter, eighth, whatever. Average night.
I'm more so wondering for the purpose of my ability thing. Not being able to
Your
invisible.
oh, yes, yeah, that counts here. Yeah, because it's nighttime.
All right.
Yep.
Then
It's not like it's full moon, bright stars, no clouds. It's generic darkness. You're good.
I'm gonna. I was important.
Okay, so yeah, minute timer for the dry out.
My wing. That way I can fight like stealthily get down. That way I don't gotta worry about breaking more branches.
Sure. Yeah, you can summon your wings. Give me a stealth check as you leave the tree. Okay. All right, and is that with passing on a trace or not?
I would have cast it, but
Okay. Good. So you fly out of the tree.
I'm just kind of moving around and try to get like a glance at what's wagon.
Awesome. So you would hold on a second. So they have the tarp open, and he's not like hiding it because it's just him and the halfling. But it's hard to see what it is, even with your enhanced sight, just because of the angle. The beast inside is laying on its side. You see silver fur of some sort, but it's a very large creature. Probably very heavy and dense based off what's holding it. So the halfling seems very excited. Yes, this is gonna be perfect. Yes, it's beautiful. Well, that's why we nickname it the Gray Beauty. It was a very difficult catch. Yes, I understand. Well, well, the money will be in your bank account tomorrow morning. Just make sure you deliver it properly. Of course, Master Maurice is always an honorable man who follows through deals. When you say that, it makes you sound like you're not very honorable with your deals. Well, yeah. Recess. He just kind of awkward at that point. You gonna be doing anything? Cool.
Trying to deliver it.
All right. So the two, exchange some more words, and they, the halfling leaves, goes back toward the gates. That Maurice and the half giant, they close the tarp up, and then they start heading westward away. Okay. So you follow them. It's very slow moving cart. And the human just hops on the cart, just kind of sits back, relaxes while the half giant pulls the thing. And they go west a little bit, and then they start heading north toward the coast. And they travel for about 20, 30 minutes when you start seeing torch fires and stuff. And you would see there is a camp of people with dozens upon dozens of cages. It obviously, at a glance, looks like some type of monster.
Like a nature checker.
Give me a nature check, yes. Nothing really comes to mind, even with the clues you have. You're not very an expert of beasts specifically.
Yeah.
Or Bane be a bit different, but yeah. But Seven's not gonna. Based off what you saw though with the fur, it's definitely either like a beast or a monster of some sort. That being that big, it's definitely something unique, and just the way they're talking about it, it's something probably super unique. So, but nothing too magical. So it's not like a dragon, obviously. Even with the fur, it's nothing. It's nothing on level with the dragon. You're thinking something maybe more like just like it isn't this specifically, but I'm like throwing out like equivalent of power slash worth. Like a spider queen, maybe like a hydra. You're looking like manticores. You're looking at like those like low tier magical monsters or really high tier beasts. So something in that ballpark. But you need more details to figure out exactly. Even werewolves come to mind after not too long ago exposure to them, because they are silvery gray.
They're like a general garb that the people are wearing.
More people seem to be wearing leather or like either light or medium armor. Everyone seems to be pretty. Well, there's a couple mages and stuff as well. There is like one or two heavy armor people. There's no colors or there's no theme everyone's wearing. Everyone seems pretty on their own in terms of their own attire.
How many are?
This camp, you're looking around 20 to 30 people.
Not enough to really like guys.
No, it's not like a full-on battle camp like you were at the Monster Hunter base. A few things to note. There is obvious designated sleeping areas with you're watching Maurice. He pats the giant, thanks him for his help, and then he heads off into like his own tent.
Guessing this.
Yeah, so it's nighttime. There's a handful of people keeping watch, but they're not like how do I explain this? They're not like fully on guard per se. They're more like make sure the monsters don't cause any ruckus and make sure they can like attack someone in the night, but they're not looking for assassins or thieves or anything like that.
All right. Are the cages covered?
Some are, but not all of them. Especially the empty ones, they're not covered at all. But there's various different monsters here of various different levels. You got your average like lions, goats. You got your couple of like smaller drakes even. You would see there's a lot of cages with spiders in them. Oddly enough.
You're in drought.
No, it's not. There's no drow here.
Like, are you sure the spiders aren't drow? In disguise.
That'd be a weird
Plot twist
disguise.
Riders.
Anyway, but yeah, it seems very generic for a monster hunting town village. But there's several cages that are covered.
Doing anything.
On the surface, no. Monster hunting is not illegal, especially has to be actually encouraged.
Yeah.
Yeah. So none of the beasts seem like treated properly, but again, you're not like a expert on such things. But it's nothing like obvious. There's no one's bleeding, no one's like whipping them to death, no one's like they seem, normal cage monsters. Occasionally one of them would like screech and try to escape, and someone will come over there and slap the cage, tell it to shut the fuck up. Maybe, maybe then whip it until it shuts up, but that's about it. Oh yes, absolutely there is. It's
Perfect.
on the
Yeah. Okay.
So you post up. The question is, do you try to get a few winks of sleep, or do you stay up the full night?
At most I'd be doing.
Okay, so you're not taking a long rest, so you're going to take a level exhaustion. No, it does not. You need a long rest. And since you're not elf, you can't do the 4-hour trance.
All right.
You're staying up the full night.
Any for rest.
Okay, so you stay up the full night. So you do have a level exhaustion, which
Disadvantage on ability checks.
there you go. You stay up all night, and then dawn comes by. People start waking up, and you'll see the half giant come away from his little corner that he sleeps in with the camp, far away from everyone else because fucking half giant. And you'll see Maurice come out, and they start hooking up that large cage again, and they start heading off, following the coast, heading west or east. Give me that stealth check.
And cast that.
Figure as much. Give me that stealth check. Disadvantage.
Balance out.
20.
Okay,
All right, cool. So you start following them. Time goes by. You follow them across the coast. There's like a small auxiliary gate near the docks of Esterbel, and you see them. Pay some money. Guard just opens the gate for them, lets them in. And do you pay to go in, or you try to sneak over the walls?
I'll just disguise. Have a more
I'm sorry, what?
like generic hunter. Go pay. Try to get in.
So you walk up, and the guard sees you. He just nods. He just opens the door for you.
Oh, yeah, that's not in my pocket. Thank you.
You don't know why. He just opens the gate door. Lets you in. And you continue following these people. And on the docks, this early in the morning, it's very busy. People are like boats are heading out. People are loading up boats and leaving. Cargo's being moved. It's dock work. Even with the merchant, it's still pretty busy here. And you follow the cart. It's very easy to blend in at this point with all the busy work and the loud noises thing. And eventually, the half giant goes to a warehouse, and there's a big open door, or gate, garage door, whatever you want to call it. And he walks in with the cart in the door, starts to close in behind him.
Are there any?
No. Nope.
Kind of like the warehouse, like bedroom, basically. Try to like listen on inside.
The door closes. Stand outside the door.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen.
Right.
Going on.
Push your ear up against the shuttered door. Can't hear any.
That's the
From this side, yes.
shout out.
Yeah.
Other side to see.
You go to the other side, and the front half is like on a street level, and it's like a normal entrance to the warehouse. It's open. The door's open. You see like a nice little clerk sitting there. It's a dwarf. Seems like he just opened up. It's early morning. Things like that.
I really need to pick up.
Or, as a suggestion, you could just bullshit your way in. Deceive people, maybe. I just got this weird cough in my throat. Ah, man.
I've disadvantaged on skill checks. Like what would work though for like disguise wise for you guys' name again? Maurice.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll try to disguise as like the hunter's man.
So you just cast Disguise Self.
Yeah.
Just okay, cool. Can you post Disguise Self real quick for me? Very important. Excellent. I had all the information I need right there. Perfect.
I
Alright,
get
so
a feeling that investigation check is gonna be what's gonna fuck me.
Alright, so you walk in. The dwarf nods at you and he's like, "In? Do for you." See the dwarf look left and right. He's like, "Oi, you know the rules. You don't fucking say his name. Get the fuck back there, idiot." Just jerks his thumb, tells you just he's like, "Get the fuck back there." And he's like, he wants you out of his sight because you're, fucking idiot mentioning people's names.
And that gave me so much information in the fact that I need to go warn watch lady about that camp.
So you go in the back, and you just see rows and rows of shelves of just like normal, generic warehouse supplies. But you notice like, because you've seen the outside, and now you're on the inside, and it's definitely smaller on the inside than it is on the outside.
And like or can like
You don't even see the big gated door.
All right, so I said no other.
You look around and you do see like a auxiliary door. Like it looks like it goes to like a closet or something like that. And you open it up and you can see like there's a big open space back there. But more specifically, you see what looks like a giant lift
Down.
going. That would go down. Something big enough for, um, a cart, something heavy on it, but to easily fit on.
Is there any way I could go like down the out?
No, the lift has been risen back up to the top, like, or has not been used at all. One or the other. Give me a quick list.
I'm able to get within a foot of it. I have advantage, so straighten out to straight roll and then 5.
So you don't see any
Yeah.
hatches or anything like that.
But is the big like shutter door here?
Mhm.
I'm gonna out of there.
Yep.
Pretty quick back to that former of this.
Okay. She looks at you and makes a comment about you looking like you're fucking look like a dead man walking, super tired looking. But she kind of like wiggles her head. She's like, "That's not too important. I mean, who doesn't have a secret basement under their warehouse? I mean, but it's interesting enough. Did you go down there?
I didn't go down into it.
Oh, he's got some brains between those ears. All right. Well, not really anything important. I mean, that's a start. She says. You got more information, let me know. But for now, it's just that a lead.
And I'll also oh.
Now she said, now that's something very. Oh, where was this at? Hold on a second.
Alleyway entrance.
Yeah, no, you go sleep. We're gonna go investigate that this evening.
Is anyone else here besides? Is anyone else here besides Ragnar's still not here?
Yeah, Ragnar's here.
No, I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Just on mute.
Okay, Ragnar hasn't went yet. Do you want to go next?
Did you already go?
I already went. I went first.
No, yeah, then sure. I'll
Jesper
go.
only had like one thing. He's trying to figure out if there's anything else he wants to do.
I didn't realize how in depth I needed to go. I'm trying to figure out something else I want to do, but Jesper's kind of simple when it comes to prepping for stuff.
Yeah, did anyone do anything about the dragon? Like any research or anything like that?
I've made some cool potions that we can use.
Oh, cool. Yeah, was that cool?
So your answer is no.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably gonna do that next, honestly, but I wanted to see what you were doing first.
I mean, I'm not smart per se. I was going to try to use connections to get like maybe bigger cannons on the boat so we can just bombard the thing if we can't sneak out with it. Like
Also
I
try
feel
to
like
arrange
fighting.
our backup plan.
Yeah, like that's I don't like because I don't think Ragnar he doesn't have high intelligence to be able to like research into it or some things like that.
What's your intelligence? What, 12?
I think it's 10.
Yeah, so you got above average. Average is 8. You got like a high school diploma.
Oh no, I have 8 intelligence. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you have at least a high school diploma.
Yeah,
I
okay.
realize what I should make next.
But guess if I'm doing DT, then I am going to like I said last time, I'm going to head back to the fort in East Goldak. And
Head back to your estate.
yep, I said fort. I didn't say castle. So I'm gonna head back there, and yeah, before I get into stuff I want to do there, first I'm gonna take care of dragon stuff. So, can I get what is like the loadout right now on my ship? Like, what kind of cannons are we dealing with?
So
Like,
it's
how
just
much?
2 cannons. They're very simple,
Nope.
just normal cannons, one on each side of your boat. It is single mast, double sails, and it does have a below deck.
Okay. And on average, can I get like an average damage? I don't know how to ask this in character, but what's the average damage per cannon?
Let me look that up, Hansi. Are so cannons are 2d6 bludgeoning, 2d6 fire.
That's not bad.
Yep.
And the range?
150, 600.
Yeah.
They're heavy, reload 1, so it takes a turn to reload them. So you fire, next turn you reload, or someone else reloads it. So how your men does it, because you have 4 men, so it's like each one would, or two of them will man a cannon, so it'll be 1 fires, 1 loads. Unless
Gotcha.
obviously you tell them to do something else completely. But yeah.
Okay. How much if I wanted to purchase another 2 cannons, how much would that cost me?
Your ship is not big enough to support 2 more cannons. Yeah, your ship's pretty more or less maxed out for equipment and stuff.
Okay.
Unless you do something more magical.
No, I don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
So then I think I will real quick, does any of the sailors, like any of my 4 men, do they know anything about the dragon that lives there? Any information like that?
They would not know. They're pretty just generic sailors who never ventured toward that side of the world.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay. Is there in East Goldak or anywhere else, would there be any I guess library would be the word, or any place where I could research into any stories of the dragon
Well,
from
you
the
have
island?
good news because East Goldak is the academic country of the world.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes.
Would I, being I forget you said, I think it's Thane or something was my title, would I be able to get access to this library?
So this is perfect. We could talk about you're using your perks the DM's giving you. Oh, I love it. You're making me happy. All right, cool. So you get in a wagon with one of your sailors as acting as like driver because you're a noble. No noble drives his own cart. And you head toward the nearest big city that is in relation to your state. And you would arrive there, and the guards are a little caught off guard by your presence. It's not like it's not the capital city by any means. It's one of the larger cities near your estate. Your sailor person, or even water drop if you want him to do it instead as being your chauffeur, I guess. It's up to you. Anyways, excuse me. Shows the paperwork of like your nobility, and the guards are like, shit, we weren't expecting a noble to show up. It's nothing bad by any means. It's just there is proper customs that had to be followed. Mentions you want to go by the library. You eventually get there when a couple librarians are standing there waiting for you, and they bow to you. Welcome, noble Ragnar. How can we assist you this fine day?
I'm looking for information on the dragon that is west of the Kingdom of Eastabel, an island there.
One of the ladies kind of puts a hand to her mouth, stop herself from laughing. Could you be more specific, please? There are dozens of dragons.
Of course, he takes out a map, points to it, and says all the information last time about the specific location of the dragon.
He's like, well, it's going by geographic locations. Gonna be. We will have some scholars start looking for you. If you wouldn't mind waiting, we have a room prepared for you. while you wait.
That would be very preferable, thank you.
They'll take you to like a small little like it's obviously meant to be like a reading area, but like they like cleaned it out, washed it down, made it fancy. There's like some snacks and stuff for you.
Like when you get in the limo, they have snacks on the side.
Yeah, exactly. Some iced wine, things like that. And you can sit there for a couple minutes. And they come. Two scholars come out. One of them is one of the librarians that you've met originally, and the other one is an obvious like bookworm scholar. He's got like ink stains all over his arms, paper cuts, things like that, all over his hands and stuff. He's wearing glasses. Oh, yes, Your Highness, your nobleman. Yes. He like bows like 6 times. Obviously, doesn't know custom protocols.
That's what happens when you're a
Friends, you
droopy
can-
dog.
Friends, you can just call me Ragnar. Born a fisherman, I've only obtained a station as of late. It's fine.
Of course, he bows again. um.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I think we narrow it down to the dragon that you're researching here. And again, this has been like a couple of hours that you've been here. It's not like just
Yeah.
like a couple minutes.
There's a water droplet in silence.
Yeah, you're both standing there awkwardly. And he pulls out like a map, a more detailed map of the island. Well, not many people go there. It's the home of the dragons and other very large, dangerous beasts and monsters who would just eat anyone who goes there. No, I never question what a noble highness of yourself would ever go there. Obviously, it's probably a walk in the park for you. Please forget. He's like very skittish, very obviously. Anyways, and he pulls out like another couple books. Well, the dragon who's supposed to be here is well, you think he might be dead already.
What?
Yeah, well, the dragon that's supposed to be here is a gold dragon. He's like, the dates are kind of old and stuff. It's when you get so far away in the past, and information gets destroyed, deteriorated, and not kept properly. Which is actually what my job here is: actually take care of the books and update them. And oh, sorry, you probably don't hear it. So, anyways, things get lost, and translations are a big, huge, giant problem. And this is but it's a small library here in Esterbel. It's nothing like the universities or the capital. So our information is but outdated. But what I've been able to figure out is that the dragon is probably dead. It's a gold dragon. The last seen recording of him is like some pages. Oh yeah, here it is. It's about 278 years ago, maybe a little bit more. And give or take 1,000 years. And he's like very flustered about this. So yeah, that's what we got.
And how certain are you of this information? I'm about to lead an expedition out there, so if it is dead, that is very useful information.
He says, um, um, he's very like torn between saying he's very sure and not sure at all. He doesn't know what the right answer is to say to you.
It's fine. You won't. Nothing. If I go there and the dragon's alive, nothing's going to happen to you. Okay? It's fine. I just want to know, to what degree of certainty are you sure that this dragon is not alive?
42%.
Okay. Thank you for your transparency.
Please don't
Gods
kill me.
kill him. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, he like, please no. He bends on his
I'm
knees
kidding.
and picks it. How you scared me, your highness, your lordship. And he like bows, like he's like his face is on the ground, bowing deeply. You're
My
funny,
knight is laughing.
your
Oh,
highness.
No. No. You're
He's
fine.
laughing. I'm
You're
laughing. See, these are tears of joy.
fine.
How do you like being a
What's
noble?
water droplet's reaction to this?
He is trying his damnedest not to laugh.
All right, you may go. Thank you for your help.
Watch like the librarian just drags him away. He's like bowing as he's being dragged out.
Oh man. Well, might be dead already. 42% isn't that great, but
It's a possibility.
Well, Ragnar, Quadruple would say, we could go to a better library.
We could. That's what I was going to suggest next. Let's head farther inland, one of the biggest cities. They might have more information.
Yeah, but you do know it's East Goldak. They care about academic prowess versus anything else.
So what would you suggest?
Well, two things. One, either somehow get really fucking smart really quickly,
That's not going to happen.
or we get Jesper.
Takes out sending stone. Jesper, what's your ringtone?
For Ragnar specifically.
Oh, for Ragnar specifically?
Yes.
Yeah, what's your ringtone?
Okay, what's the ringtone for Ragnar?
Under the sea.
Oh, there once was
Under
a
the
ship that put to sea, and the man was better than me. Soon may the Wellerman come, the Wellerman.
Sea
Bro, you hear
shanty.
that?
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah. Hello, Lesser Courtson.
I'm in East Goldak right now researching some information on the dragon. Wondering how far away are you? Would you be able to join me?
I'm in Deskra. I could probably join you, but you need to come back at the boat unless. Actually,
Deal.
can I ask this? Do they have portal like a portal thing in this city?
Well, Jesper and Ragnar, you would remember two things. One, Ragnar has a teleportation circle at his keep, and two, East
do.
Goldak capital 100,000% has teleportation circles there. Absolutely, they do. That's their famous mode of transport.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can get. I can go get to the keep because we got a teleportation circle, but you're gonna take me back in the boat. I've made some weird drugs.
Good for you.
You're finally not
Oh,
gonna
like-
be. Here, look at the bright side. I made one. You know how you go down so often in battle? This will keep you coming back up again and again without me having to heal you constantly.
I get
Hmm.
knocked down, but I get up again.
That is
Yeah,
all.
truly.
That is 100% going on Ragnar's playlist when I make it.
Um, the portal will be open for you.
Okay. Do I have to like spend money to get from this end to get a portal, like to pay a wizard? Because I don't have a portal device.
No, there's one there already. You just got to know the keystone codes. That's all
Okay.
you gotta do.
I'm assuming I know those because like I'm assuming you
Yeah,
told
no.
us.
Ragnar wrote it on a napkin or something. Just
Make
Like,
sure, make
after
sure
you
he
hang up-
wants to come back though as well.
After you hang up with Water Trouble leans over to you. Ragnar is like, "Don't kill him, okay?
What? I'm not gonna kill him.
Okay, don't think about killing him,
I can't promise that.
Ragnar." He says, "You're gonna listen. If you remember, you have a title now. Your lordship, right? There's a how do I say this in non-drought terms? Whatever. You have to prove that you're worth something to the other nobles. You gotta prove you're bigger than you are, but make sure you have a stick big enough to back up your words."
Yes, and that's what I'm. This is a process for the drop. But first, we're researching the dragon. Then I'm going to go back to the fort and do some stuff.
All right.
First
all right.
dragon.
Okay.
I think of the interests of the team.
Ragnar or Dwarf up and nods, and then time goes. Jasper finds the teleportation circle, meets you at your keep.
Okay. Oh man.
Um,
Weird question. Like just backstory wise, how close is his keep to my old college?
Opposite side of the country. If you look at the map,
Okay. So like
you can
the keep's right here,
Yep.
and I was way over here.
so you were in the capital city.
Okay, I was in the capital.
Yep.
Okay. Fresh ocean air.
lovely.
Granted,
Here is it. What kind of drugs, just out of curiosity, have you made, like,
Oh.
specifically?
I made some drugs out of that Hydra blood.
Oh.
It's
And
I've
no-
managed to adapt its regenerative properties so it can constantly heal you, or I can give you a big burst of healing, but it kind of deteriorates your body over a few seconds.
Oh, well, I would rather not that one.
Well, it's more. That was more. Fred like. Oh shit! I need to get up now. Or we could trick
It's
someone into
like-
drinking it.
It's like in the Logan movie. It's like it'll heal you like really good, but then it's gonna kill you.
The way it works is I get to double the dice on any potion I base it on. But you take 1 point of damage every turn for a minute.
Alright then. Like I said, we're researching one of the new libraries. I am not a learned man myself, so I was hoping you could assist with that.
Oh yeah. Well, question. So what were you looking about? So like, what did you find out so far?
Basically, it might be dead. That's a 42% chance, but they haven't cited it in some time.
Oh. Oh no. You're
What?
considered Dracoliches, right?
I have,
Okay.
but I feel like there would be a lot more attention drawn towards it if Dracolich.
Yeah, but those are smart little bastards. And considering a representative of the god of evil dragons wanted us to kill it, I'm thinking that might be the reason why.
If it's a Dracolich, that is far above our pay grade.
I mean,
We
yeah,
can't kill that.
I know.
Like, we don't even have the
We weren't.
necessary
Yeah,
things to destroy a factory.
we weren't actually told to kill. Thing is, technically we don't have to kill it. Damn what Lumien says. But oh man, can you imagine him looking at a Dracolich, considering how much he fainted around Bane? Gonna damn near piss
Yes.
himself.
Oh, yes. We should let them be together if that's the case.
Yes.
They deserve each other.
How do you like it? We're planning to kill your NPC with his own piss. Okay, so okay, so we're trying to find out. We got a gold dragon. You want me to find out the weaknesses of it, or how they act? What are we looking for specifically?
I don't think, as far as weaknesses, I have general information about gold dragons. Heard stories of them. I want like anything specific on this one, like any habits, anything. We can catch this thing when it's not there, or any weaknesses. Oh, it was like, for example, like 100 years ago, it took a spear to the leg or something. It's weak at this point. Like anything like that.
Well, those are more historical records and natural records. We'd have to be on the island to observe the natural records. The historical records, we're probably more likely to find stuff back in Dresna because they're closer to that island.
Well, I was under the assumption that East Goldak was the academic center of this world.
Yeah, but
But
they're
if you
also
believe it-
self-absorbed assholes, so they're usually just there about themselves. Remember the guy at the meeting who said, "We're the best in the world. No one can beat us."
Yeah.
So they don't take particular interest in specific history. If you wondered about gold
So-
dragons in general, I bet they can. Am I bullshitting on my ass, or does this sound about right, DM?
You're like 90% on the nose there.
Yeah, like I'm pretty, because like the way Goldak is, it's like they're very good at general information, but if we want a specific dragon, they
Well,
can
so
give less of a shit.
Goldak has historic records as well.
Yeah.
But they don't have records on this specific knight from Asmodin who saved the city from a bear. You know, like
Yeah.
local history they don't have any, but like any world history or like country history,
Do you think
they
this?
would have it absolutely.
Could I tell? Do you think this dragon's big enough to be on world history?
So it depends. If someone, it's possible. Yeah, it's like I would say it's a good like 60.
Well, would it? Do you think? Would I, as a character, know it's most likely to find this at my academy?
You would know you're more likely to find it at Esterbel, but there is a chance at your academy you could.
Well, here, since we gotta go back anyways, and I'm guessing we can't take a teleportation circle, and you want to take your boat back. How about we go on the boat? We go down here. We go down here because I'm assuming this water route can fit a boat on the map. You see what I mean? This like water thing right here. Guys, can you hear me? Ah shit. Ah fuck. My Wi-Fi just go off.
Still typing.
Am I back? Am I back?
Oh, hey, you're back.
You are back.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
back.
My power surge just knocked my internet for a second.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so what I was trying to suggest is we take Ragnar's boat, we go through East Goldak through this water route, then we go back around to Esterbel, and we kind of just make it a side trip on the way there to get information.
Well, no, you can teleport to.
We can
The
teleport.
capital.
You have a circle.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just want to teleport to both areas?
Let's do it.
Alright, so we'll teleport to the East Goldak capital and go to the Old Academy.
So you go back to your old college taping grounds. You teleport into the city using the generic public entrance.
Yep.
And in the middle of the city, you would see there are. Tower. I got to pull up my notes. Hold on 1 second here. Uno momento, por favor.
Jesper does make a point of putting his mask back on and like putting his bandana up, making himself look a bit less conspicuous.
So you would see there's towers surrounding the capital city and the very huge giant towers. These are monstrous. There's 7 towers, but you can see there's an 8th spot for a tower. That just doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. You know anything about that?
Would I know about the same tower that doesn't exist, or is this a
Oh,
necromancy
yeah,
thing?
absolutely. So you would know each tower represents a school of magic,
Yeah.
and the 8th spot is for necromancy, which
Yep.
East Goldak
Good
refuses to have a tower representing such foul magic.
Yeah.
They still
man.
study it, they still use it, but they don't have a dedicated master of it.
Basically, like there's masters of all the schools here, but everyone here hates necromancy. You know, you remember how Lumien kind of talking out his ass. We said East Goldak has necromancy here, but we do study it, but they refuse to acknowledge that necromancy is a good thing. Hence why me being suddenly vampiric is what's the problem?
I mean,
It's been several
Yeah.
years since you've been here, Jesper, and not much has changed. There's a couple, maybe like a new storefront here or there, but nothing major.
God, they still haven't repaved the parking lot. I don't even know if parking lots are a thing in this universe.
Is me bringing you here going to cause any issues? Like, did you have any bad blood with anyone here?
Well, my professor I have met a while ago after we found out he was in those blood memories, and he's way older than he thought he was. But he seems chill. Also, so something we're gonna hopefully not get sidetracked is, but if you see any students getting kidnapped, let's just stop that.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So it turns out I'm the first one who got turned into an undead here, and they're having an issue with it because there's some. Okay, it's been a while since this happened. I had the meeting with him. Basically, he's saying there's someone in the school turning students into undead and sending them to Black Snow. Was that the conversation went?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you
not
have
not to
never
Black
mentioned-
Snow. There's just people experimenting with it, and your teacher was someone who saved you, prevented you from going full feral.
Yeah, they're turning some students feral. So, but Goldak likes having its reputation, so they don't really like advertising that students go missing in places.
You have never told me this before. You were turned against your will?
Oh, yeah, I kind of woke up one day, had a big rage moment where I almost ate a friend of mine because blood starvation. And, once I regained my senses, I kind of ran away. And the closest area is Osgard, as on the map.
Wow. Yeah, we need to be more open. I feel like sometimes. I'm sorry that happens here.
I mean, it just never really had an opportunity to come up. I mean, to be
yeah,
fair,
no, it's
yeah.
it's fair.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
wasn't
we
saying
know.
it against you.
Yeah, we know a lot
I
about.
just-
I know a lot about you. I was the only person I don't know much about is Kier, but I think that's how he likes it.
I think that's by design, yeah. But yeah, definitely we'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, but right now
Gosh.
we should probably have the Divination Tower. They have the most information on history.
Let's head there then.
Right, you head toward the Divination Tower, Jesper, knowing specifically which one. Even though, like on the surface, they all look more or less the same. but Jesper just starts walking toward one naturally. Old habits returning.
Yeah.
The tower is monstrous. Like I said, it ginormous. Just in sheer circumference, let alone height.
Yeah. You ever play Legacy of Kain, Park?
Have you ever seen what?
Have you ever played Legacy of Kain?
I have not.
Okay, then I was gonna talk about how they look like the Pillage of Nosgoth, but that doesn't make sense because you don't know what it is.
No, I'm sorry.
Let me get an image.
So you go over to that district. You start seeing a lot of students walking around. You see a lot of mages, specifically wearing like the symbol of divination school specifically. People practicing magic, people taking lessons outside. And you go through the front doors, which are wide open. There are guards there, both magical and physical. And as you enter this place, both of you, more so Jesper than Ragnar, or actually no, sorry, more so Ragnar than Jesper. I apologize. You feel like something magically pass over you. And Jesper, you would know what this is. It's like it's a null magic zone where people can't cast spells inside the building itself.
Yep.
Without special permission. So Jesper, like your old student records don't affect you as badly. So like you can still cast low level magic, but Ragnar, like all your magic is just cut off.
Damn.
Can't even summon your trident.
Yeah, sorry about that. They gotta prevent people from using enhanced ability to pass their tests.
That is the stupidest. Okay, that's stupid. I'm not gonna talk about that. Let's just go.
Well, it lasts an hour, man.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna head to the library.
Yep. So as you said, Divination Tower definitely has more historic records than any other tower, and there's an entire floor dedicated to this, which is bigger on the inside. Funny enough.
It's a
why
wizard's
wouldn't it
tower,
be?
of course it
Yeah.
is.
Exactly. You would enter and you would see. It's actually the library itself is very tall with multiple levels. The very center of it is hollowed out in the middle. And you can see books flying. You can see people floating up and down. People taking special magical circles that float up and down. And more specifically, you see these little orbs floating around, going to people carrying books with magic. And Jesper, you would know these orbs are magical servants that help you find exactly what you need.
Question: was Rasul like deactivated when I came in, or is he fine?
It's perfectly fine.
Yep.
Your student access allows Rasul.
Yeah.
You two walk in, you get kind of amazed, and an orb would zoom over to you all.
Yep.
Hello! Welcome to the Divination Tower Library. How can I be of assistance?
We're looking for records on a gold dragon in the. Did the island have a specific name?
It does, but you do not know it.
Did you find out what the name of the island was, Ragnar?
I did not know.
An island that's to the west of Esterbel, supposed to have a gold dragon on it.
I have the more accurate maps that they gave me, like more depth, so I will show the orb on the more accurate map.
Excellent. One moment, please. And it like sits there and like kind of shudders, like shakes. I have over 7,000 results. Please refine your search query.
Gold dragon, may be dead. Tiamat doesn't like them.
That's a contradictory. Oh, of course Tiamat hates gold dragons.
Shit.
That's not contradictory then. You would just go through then.
Are there any records of Dracoliches in Esterbel?
Calculating. Dracoliches in Esterbel. We have 7 results.
Okay, show me where they live.
One moment, please, and it zooms away. And it comes back with a couple like maps in the book and stuff. And it and you see a map of Esterbel, and you would see there are 7 X's on it with like names next to them.
Are they all dead? Is any of them near this island?
No, they're all on Esterbel specifically.
Ah, shit, I didn't think about
Because
that.
you asked for Esterbel.
God.
And they would, and like each one, like these get like little information snippets of like killed on this day, like slain on this day, like things like that.
All right.
Over history, over
Okay.
thousands of years.
Okay, that was bad. So, okay, can you give me a record of the lands next to Esterbel?
Over
Like, to the
100,000 search queries
To the
found
west.
To
to the west. Oh,
the island, the large island to the northwest of Esterbel. That is not part of its
now,
territory.
actually, I will use the scale on the map. That's not actually on the map.
Can we like?
Can
Can we show this?
amount of miles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we
give
like?
the exact amount of miles.
Can we show this thing the map and let it help us?
yes, it can read maps.
We're talking about this area. We want to know about dragons in here.
Oh, you're talking about Pentecost, of course. Yes, one moment, be right back.
It's fucking called Pentecost.
It zooms away.
Wait, what?
It's called Pentecost.
That has no significance to me, but
Well,
Chris, you've been waiting to say that, haven't you?
Oh
For
God,
so
yes.
long.
Oh yeah, that's a weight off my shoulders. Because no one asked what it was called. You guys keep scraping it.
I was
Is
all
this-
trying to remember. Did we get a name for it?
You never have.
so here's the funny thing is I thought this world you said was separate, but you brought
It
the
is.
merchant in, and now there's a little island
It is.
called Pentecost.
It's called a nod to the past. All it is. No direct correlation. It's called a nod, like a tip of the hat. It's an Easter egg.
Sure.
God. Just like there's the Minotaur from Pentecost that was leading the base camp. Same guy essentially.
Yeah, that's a lot more of an Easter egg though.
Oh gosh, it's not like it's an actual floating facet of maybe 7 facets with like
Yeah,
an
I'm
entire.
not saying you're what. I was just
Fine, I'll
Chill,
change the name
dude.
if you're gonna bitch about it. I'm kidding. I know you're
No,
just jacking me. You're fine.
I like it. I want all the worlds to be connected, man. I'm with it.
So it zooms off and it comes back with a map of Pentecost. And looking up Draco liches, there's only been like 2 there compared to Esterbel.
Okay. Oh, they both like noted as dead.
Yeah, both deceased. Yeah, both deceased,
Okay.
both dead.
Are there any record of gold dragons on this island?
Yep. It zooms off and there's like 400 like X's on this thing. 400, 500, like it is a fuck ton.
How do people keep killing these things?
Well, these aren't like all dead. There are some that are dead, but like
Wait.
it's just more like saying this is like last seen.
Oh, last seen. Okay. Okay. Let's narrow our search results to last seen active in the last 10 years.
Okay, it takes the map, erases the marks, and it puts down new X's. Significantly less. It's more like 60.
Okay. How about last 5 years?
Okay, going down more. It's more like 15.
Didn't the guy tell me that it hadn't been seen? Like I forget. Gosh, I've written it down. How many years it hadn't been seen in?
It was like 70 some odd years. Or sorry,
Yeah, 70.
270 years. 270.
Okay, so I'm going to change the search filter to last seen 270 years ago.
Specifically that many years ago, there's 3 results.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Can we look at the
There we
results in detail?
What'd you say?
Can we look at these results in more detail?
Yep. So he'll pull come back with some very like short pamphlets of like more like a journal log of like a specific entry of a journal log, it seems, for each of them, and it just summarizes like each one. But you're looking at the one specifically in the area where Lumien says the dragon's at, and this one seems a little bit longer, more detailed. It's written in Dwarvish, but it's been translated.
Oh, thank God.
Perks of being a student. And as you're reading this, and you like both of you raise your eyebrows, and it talks about a dungeon that of some sort, which dragons don't usually have dungeons.
Oh my God. It's literally Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so the dwarf basically saying he's going here to look for an item of his family's history, and he found the entrance, but it's a dungeon. It's not just immediately into a den. There's like brickwork. There's like rooms and stuff. He like has like Dragon Cold question mark underlined, circled, crossed out, underlined, circled again. Like he's constantly like thinking this is like a Dragon Cold place, but he like doesn't think it's that. And you're going down, and there's a single entry at the very last of it that strikes you as very odd, and it just says 2 words, and it says game show question mark.
What's game show?
What? Game show? No, I'm lost. I was actually fine until that very moment.
Question. Were you there that one session of, I can't remember which campaign it was, where he had to fight the disco boss?
Yes, I was. I loved that session from Convergence, yes.
It's like,
Where we fought Michael Jackson.
now I'm like fully imagining this dragon has an afro.
Oh, that was my session, by the way.
I know
Throwing
it.
that out
I
there.
know it was.
I know.
It is nothing like
No, I
that.
loved it.
I know, but
It
now
was so good.
I know, but now I'm fully imagining the dragon has an afro.
I forgot about that until you just mentioned. I'm like, because I remember it was
I think I still have that. I think it's on my channel recorded somewhere.
Oh, absolutely it is. But like the
It
floor
is.
kept changing colors. Each color tile had a different effect.
I
Yeah.
know, I loved it so much. It was so different. Like typical Pentagon, so good. But yeah, it does
Yeah.
have that kind of game vibe.
All right, Park, you find 100 gold in your pocket. Keep up the good call.
Thank you very much.
I'm kidding, you don't. But
Yeah.
Nope, you said it.
Like
said
you only
it.
get 100 gold if you rob Jesper.
No, I get the 100 gold from quickly water droplet pickpockets Jesper. I'm just like, no, we don't steal from friends. No, give it back.
I feel like Water Droplet has more morals than you, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, well, so okay, game show. Well, at least we have a location to work off of. But okay, question: in universe, are game shows like a thing we know about?
yes,
Okay, so, well, if it's a gold dragon, they're typically benevolent. Maybe it just gives out prizes for rewards. Maybe it has like an old little contest for humans to improve themselves, like a mini tournament, if you will.
That seems plausible.
Well, here's the problem. Lumien's a dick, and he wants us to kill it. Like, Lumien was very insistent we kill.
Lumien doesn't have to know.
Well, here's the thing. We gotta drag him in there, don't we, to get his...
no, Lumien does not want to go in there. That's why he's sending you guys
No,
in.
that's the thing. We could just tell him it's dead.
Yeah. You're gonna be the one lying to him. I think you could tell if I was lying.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah. Well, at least we got something to go off of, but how the hell are we supposed to prepare for a game show?
I have literally no clue. I've never even seen this. This is informative, at least, though.
Okay, so we got Game Show Dragon. Yeah. His name is Kebert Zella. Read it backwards.
Alex Trebek? No.
From Jeopardy.
Oh, Alex Trebek. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might also did Alexa for some reason. I don't know, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, because the reason why is the word Exila ends with an A, so you're reading it backwards but also forward at the same time, so you just went Alexa. So it's a brain twister thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could go back to Estrabel and see if they have any more specific information on what kind of game shows they. Do you think the dragon would adopt local culture?
I think this is it. If it's going to be game show-esque, I think there's not really much we can prepare for in that way.
Well, I can go make some more potions, or maybe we can go find some good gear. I know 1,000 gold left, or hell, hey, aren't you technically? What's your rank exactly, Baron?
Thane.
Thane. We should be able to leverage that. Maybe some greased palms. We should get some better gear for us.
Thane, the title, unless it's different in this universe, just basically means I have land. It can get me into places. I don't know if it can get me items, things like that.
I got an idea. Let's go find some booze.
Sure, let's go find some booze. And then after that, I do have to do several things in my village before.
But no, if we can
Not
find
very
if we can
yet,
find some good
but I'm
alcohol,
trying to
I
do
can
it.
make that stuff really primo. And dude, hoity-toity types, they love flaunting off their wine collection. They love it.
Well, I appreciate it. Alright,
Yeah.
get some alcohol, then we'll
Okay.
go.
Can we go find some alcohol and I can make like the supremest wine possible?
Yeah, you gotta wait like 100 years, but yeah, you can do it.
I was asking if I could drug it and make it seem like it was the greatest wine possible with my alchemist supplies check.
If you cast haste on alcohol,
It says target creature specifically. Sorry.
we made the alcohol sentient.
Yes, if you make a mimic or like a slime wine, and then age it with haste. Yes.
You're just reminding me that there's a spell in Pathfinder Aetherytus called Summon Beer Elemental.
Why wouldn't there be?
Well, because like it's
Pathfinder and everything.
it's exclusive to the Trickster path, which is just excellent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Um,
So we gonna go find the wine. Get maybe like what I'm asking is like basically, can I make fancy drugs to give to nobles so they'll give us stuff?
that's a really tricky question. I'm gonna break it down. Can you buy alcohol? Absolutely. The more fancy, the more expensive.
Yeah.
Could you give it to nobles? Yes. Would they give you stuff because you gave them wine? No.
Well, I'm asking if we can use it as bribery if we let someone charming give it to them.
Yes. You can give it someone. Yes. As a bribe, yes. I mean, you could give them a dead cat and try to bribe them with that. I mean,
I know, but I feel like alcohol would be better successfully.
compared to dead
Okay.
cat, absolutely it would be.
Okay.
We might
Unless
be
that
facing-
man has a weird fetish.
Okay, here's the thing. We might be facing a trap.
I'm just trying to
Do
get
you
us
think-
with anything we can get.
Yeah, okay. Do you think it might be time to use the Asmodin coin or hold off?
I wanted to use that in absolute emergencies, but if we have to go,
No, I agree with
here's
you.
I'd
I'm-
ra-
I'm
what I'd rather
telling
do.
you.
What I'd rather do is if we go there first, we can scout it out. If it's too damn much for us, we run the fuck away, and then we use the coin if it turns out it's too damn much.
I'm fine with it. Let's do that then.
Like we might have to do some more of the scouting mission, but if this game show thing is right, it's possible the dragon's not even hostile.
Alright, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Thank you for your help researching. I gotta head back to my village. You're free to use this, so we'll to get back wherever you were.
Yeah, I'll take it in a minute. Jasper's gonna like have a nostalgic walk through the academy, just kind of wistfully going about like, ah, damn, I almost graduated here, and then I got turned into a fucking vampire.
And as you're walking through the campus grounds, you would bump into your old teacher friend.
Oh shit.
He's like, Jesper,
Hey,
So awkward.
hey, Skell.
what are you doing here?
Researching dragons.
Ah, I see. All right. Well, if you
Do you have
need
any-
anything, go.
Well, do you have any idea what dragons and game shows have to do with each other?
Dragons game shows. He raised an eyebrow. No, he says after thinking about it for a minute. No, I
Yeah.
don't. I don't think anyone would know anything about that. Dragons game shows. Game shows are a new thing. Why would a dragon? What? No. Just like really confused.
Okay, let's go on to something that makes more sense, but it's moderately more depressing. Any more students come missing?
He like since we last talked, not that I know of.
Okay, well that's good news at least. Has there been any like breaks or suspects since last time?
He shrugs. My role isn't to deeply investigate into it. I'm more of a inside pair of eyes and ears that no one suspects.
That's why I'm asking. I can do now. I'm outside. I can go wherever the hell I want.
You think that, but you gotta remember you're a out student who barely is able to keep his privileges simply because the system just doesn't give a fuck about removing you.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah, exactly. Campus, he says.
Yeah.
Like a half fake smile.
Yeah. Well, keep me posted in case something else happens. I might be.
What'd you get?
I might have found a way to regenerate, or at least keep the students with blood needs going. Hydra
I
blood
told-
has some interesting properties.
He's like, well, that's actually interesting.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Did
if
you
I
get
can.
the letter, by the way?
The one about the wait, the letter about the Mundus?
Mhm.
Yeah, I've accepted. I haven't actually.
Oh, good. Yes, I put a good word in for you with.
Actually, just realized something. Ah, fuck! Why should have gone there these last 2 weeks?
Well, you check the clock and it's only been like a couple of days.
Ah! Thanks, Scale. I got somewhere I gotta go. And he
He-
just dashes off.
Gives you a 2-finger salute. Ah, that Jesper.
F.
Chaotic and crazy as fuck. I'm so glad he's not here anymore.
Oh, fuck off! You loved me. I was the one student that actually cleaned up my supplies after using the lab.
Yeah, but you're
Oh,
also the one who
that's
made the biggest mess.
That's so rare.
That's why I was the good student. I cleaned up after myself. I didn't
Dude,
even
I
get the
never
best
realized.
grades. I just cleaned up after myself.
Dude, whatever is in my lab at the end of the semester that is not expensive, I'm leaving there for them to take care of themselves.
Okay, so actually, where is House of Mundus? Isn't it like way over in Golden Shores?
Mhm.
Well, time to go find out what this is about. Thank God for
Right.
portals.
All right, you take a port of the capital and you start traveling. We'll get back to that here in just one moment.
Yep.
Ragnar, you're traveling back to your little keep. And well, we got Kier. Kier, you there? Kier? Reese?
I am here.
Hey, you are all rested up, buddy. Got a good 9 hours of sleep. You got that REM cycle going.
Time to go investigate some drow.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. You're totally not gonna die.
Totally not.
So you and the Ergonazi meet up. She's like dicked out in gear this time. She's not just like wearing normal clothing. You see she has a scimitar on her side and a wand on her other side.
Wait. I'm gonna look at that scimitar. That magical?
She nods.
Oh, okay. I
She
still
says
have
it's-
that fucking +1 magical scimitar.
Oh no, mine's way better than a simple +1 magical scimitar. All right, this here is my pride and joy. This is infused with air elemental magic. All right. I have a question. Do you know what speed is? She asks. Yeah, zoom, fast. Rate over time or rate over distance equals, shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This makes speed look like a joke.
Go fat.
It makes you go ludicrous speed. That's a scimitar speed.
Speed?
Scimitars. Yeah, she's like, if you see me phase out of reality, don't panic, she says.
Alrighty then.
You probably won't. So I'm just that fast.
Well, I'm here. Just,
Jesper, you're breathing in your mic, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Just like, yeah, move it away. Cool. So you go back to the alley. You push the brake. The door silently clicks open. Once again, it's a very large tunnel going downward. It's super dark.
Ready?
She gestures for you. Gentlemen first. Okay. She steps in behind you. Door clicks closed. And you both start walking down the tunnel. Walking. At first, you're trying to be super stealthy and quiet, but at this point, it's just redundant. There's just nothing going on. You hear the faint
Watch
echo of, huh?
I was just gonna.
Keep walking.
He didn't say anything.
So the cave turns and twists. Every now and there's a branch, and you go down one randomly, making marks on your path to remember which way you've gone. Occasionally, you will see a cave-like beast, but you either kill it or you guys avoid it completely. You just keep going down, and it's like at this point you've been traveling for 2 hours. Keep going down. 3 hours. Now, at this point, the Ergonasi is just bored out of her mind. Like, I thought this was going to be something more interesting.
Like, you're gonna.
At this point, I would say very, very likely. I don't know any caves this deep in near this capital. She looks around. She's like, I think we should head back. When you
Does it
start
seem
walking
like
back,
we've been going in like circles or anything?
give me a survival check. Absolutely, you have been. You stop and realize it. It's kind of hard to tell, 'cause even with your dark vision. You go and see in black, hues of gray. But as you're walking back, you would think you would see everything in reverse, but you still see like formations that look the same as if you've been walking forward and didn't turn around. She doesn't realize it. She doesn't say anything, but you definitely realize something's up. She looks at you and she's like, "What do you mean?" We've been walking forward. How we barely take any lefts or rights.
Either.
Offs. She draws her sword. Stay here, and she just disappears. And then, like, exactly 6 seconds later, she reappears in front of you. She's like, "Fuck, you're right. I literally just did 6 laps around this place. I passed you 6 times."
Perhaps the. Something.
No, it's definitely magical. Hold on, I'll be right back. She disappears. 10 seconds, 12 seconds go by. She's back. All right, I don't think I can brute force it. And then as she says that, you see like you hear an echo through the hallways, as if something rammed into something very hard, like a wall or something like that. Like, don't worry, that was me. She wiggles a hand. 600 to 1,000 feet. She's like, I literally went through this tunnel like 10 times already. I haven't found anything.
She's SpongeBobbing you. Look in Discord if you don't get the joke.
But if you want to be my guest, Mr. Your fallen Azimir, go be it. She like waves. She like summons her little cloud chair and sits in it. She's like, go on.
I'm gonna go look.
You are? Alright, give me a investigation check.
That'd be.
No. Because you're looking broadly for something, not something.
I mean, it's double 20s anyway.
Alright, you want that advantage? You can have it. So as you're looking around, you would You will go down the tunnel for several hundred feet. Like the Ergonazi is way out of sight this time, and you're at this point you're about to start looping back around again. You feel when you notice there's a shimmer in the wall.
I'm gonna like mark on the floor or something where it is, so that way when I feed her back here, I don't miss it.
Okay.
And then go back and like.
Pull out your +1 scimitar and you make a mark. You know.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. You go back to her. She opens an eye. Well, came to admit defeat. No, you didn't. Shut up. She like her clouds just floats slowly behind you. Not even worth her time standing up. Several minutes go by as she goes in this direction. Assuming you point to like the shimmering door. Yeah, she looks at it. She's just like, beginner's luck. I saw it. I was just testing you. She.
Did I by chance find a her-shaped hole like dent in the wall anywhere when I was?
Oh,
looking
absolutely,
around?
you did. Absolutely.
I can't believe
Like,
Kira's
perfect
in
outline.
I can't believe you're in a Looney Tunes episode.
It is becoming more and more like that. Yeah.
So you go to the shimmering door, and it's just like a fake wall. There's nothing there, so you just walk through it. No, it's just a small little pathway. I mean, you go down it with her.
Yeah.
Yep. So she, at this point, seems excited again. Oh yeah, good job finding it. Took you long enough, he says. She's really playing off that she found it originally.
Of course. Like,
yeah.
He's just ignoring it at this point.
And you're leading the way, obviously, gentlemen first. And you go down this little side tunnel, and that's when you start hearing, like, not weird things, but just like normal civilization. And the tunnel opens up to a very, 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 very large cavern. And you look down, because you guys are high up in this cave, and you look down and you can see, looks to be a small village. You see homes made of rock. You see torches lit. People walking about. Very short people. Huh? Yep, deep gnomes. Walking among the deep gnomes, you do see the occasional drow standing guard. Watching over them.
Let's see.
Give me a history check. You would know they are the best of friends. They're like family to each other. Deep gnomes invite drow on the weekends to have a family potluck and everything. Like, it's Thanksgiving every month essentially. Super best friends. You even see like one gnome wave at a drow, and you see the drow like whip him, and you're like, that's just how drow are, That's their way they greet each other.
Those drow women.
Yeah. Oh man, there's. The Ergonauts, on the other hand, is like, oh my fucking god, it's a slave camp. She says. And you're like, slaves? No, they're best friends.
I'm confused. Those are.
She looks at you like, what? Like, all right, listen. I thought I was an airhead, but you set the new bar. No. Slave camp. Deep gnomes. They're drow and deep gnomes are like enemies. And you're like, is this true?
Didn't find the wall. I'm not sure how much I can trust what she
exactly. Right? I mean, she tried to like slam into a wall to break the illusion. Like, come on now. Yeah, so you see like as you look closer, you do realize like the gnomes aren't actually happy and giddy. The drow all have like whips or like very very slave ownership attire. The gnomes aren't. It's not a village. It's actually a slave camp. They're like moving and hauling material, things like that. She thinks for a minute. This is definitely something that's no bueno here in anywhere really. The problem is this might actually be a tunnel to the deep dark. We're probably like right at the cusp of that realm.
How many drow are there?
This is like a very large like village, like dozens upon dozens. There's like hundreds of deep gnomes. If all the guard are wearing very same style attire, and all the deep gnomes are wearing sleeve clothing, various degrees of like rags and stuff. She seems to be thinking about like what to do. She's like, do you really think that matters at this point? The problem is we can't just. We need to know more. Looks at you like, really, you?
I don't know. They all men. They all women. Drow women.
It's mostly men down here. Yeah, traveling with water droplet, you know a little bit of drow culture. Women rarely do any of the like menial work, like taking care of like higher ranking men, typically those of the house blood specifically, would take up high responsibility but still menial work like guards and stuff. Over the slaves. Now, like in the actual drow cities, it's women who do the guards, but over slaves is above a woman's stature in drow culture. You would know at least that much. She looks at you like, I don't get. Do you? She asks.
He'll then say, "Of course," in Undercommon.
She looks at you like, you just totally said, "Of course, Undercommon."
What language is?
She just looks at you flatly. Listen, I can't condone you going down there by yourself. Dangerous. You're just a low-ranked member. All right. Stay here. Make sure camp doesn't go anywhere. I'm gonna go get some help. I know where it's at. All right. And she pulls out her sword and just away, leaving you alone.
Now here's the question: do I actually wait?
I don't know. Do you?
Here's the question: do I disguise it as a woman? Do I blend in, or do I? How or do
Camp seems pretty. I don't say clockwork. Like it's not like literal everything's perfect to T, but like it seems this place has been around for a hot while. It's not like a brand new village and things are chaotic. Everything, the guards seem to be doing very little enforcing of the rules. The gnomes seem to be, following in line very well. Very obvious that they know what's going to happen if they. The guards seem pretty on point. They sit there for a while, watch them. There's definitely a rotating shift of some things like that. Some guards like walking, patrolling. Yeah.
How close?
Rarely they walk in pairs. Just because there's so few drow, they have to be spread thin. Watch all the gnomes.
Materials
Gems.
browse and take their position. I'll like wait a minute, get an idea of patterns.
Give me an insight check.
22.
Yeah, you got a good strong sense of like the drow, the rotations, like you even see like a couple like customs of greeting between fellow like guards and things like that, like couple hand symbols. Yeah, you got a very strong vibe check.
All right, I'll try to like one that's kind of staying alone, just like patterns.
All right, so you find one guard who seems to be sticking more to the more mining areas where there's like less guards watching, just because it's super loud and annoying. There's a lot of rocks over there where you can hide behind. You know, Jack Jesper breathing again.
Sorry.
Stop breathing, damn it! Be undead like Torb.
Sorry. Like, I don't know how to stop breathing.
Yeah, just just don't. It's easy. Sorry. So yeah, you watch him for a little while. You get a good strong sense of like his pathing and mannerisms and stuff.
If how long would it have been at this point?
It's been like an hour or close to 2.
Okay,
So
that's
like,
not that long a point. Yeah, I'm gonna make my.
Okay.
I'll disguise as them before I.
Cool. All right, do that. Layering yourself with your disguiseful magic.
Feel kind of. How hardy does this guy seem?
Not very much at all. He's a drow.
Okay.
Yeah, just think elf, but dark. Now with poisons, you definitely would know. Like, damn, they're a bit of reason that. But physically, not so much hardy.
All right. I'll like kind of post up behind some rock.
Give me a stealth check. Cool. Alrighty.
Real glad to get rest.
You. Hold on one. So you find a place. You wait for him to walk by. Give me a pew pew.
You.
I need a second pew. Doing math in my head. It's 21, 7, 30.
I could also.
Okay, good. How much of that's poison specifically? Is that Tiamat's blessing that's poison?
Yeah, it's so let's
Okay. 2, 5, 6.
Total of 6 is.
Okay, good. Yep. So he would 3 arrows. Pew pew pew. He would fall to the ground dead.
Yep. My bag before.
Outstanding. All right, you do so.
Cover up any blood on the ground.
Not really much. Kind of mixes in with all the deep gnome blood. You just immediately throw them in your bag. You don't do anything else with them.
I could check him. I just kind of want to make sure I'm here.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, got it. You don't see anyone close by or walking in this direction.
Close, I can check.
Okay. So he's wearing like a silvery purple armor. It's more leathery than metal. Definitely chitin. Nice at this point. He has a longsword and some manacles and a couple of set of keys and a whip.
Okay, I see. What type of head can
Medium.
just for future references, I decided to steal the guy's armor. Is it like disadvantage on stealth checks?
No.
Okay.
That's heavy armor. It's medium armor. It counts as scale mail for stats. So scale mail is 14 plus dex modifier. Or sorry, no, that gives you disadvantage. It would count as breastplate. So 14 plus dex modifier, max of 2.
What am I?
What'd you say?
Not really worth it. I like to use it, but guys, as if I'm wearing it.
Are you wearing it, or are you using the disguise self to pretend you're wearing it?
I'm just using it.
Okay.
Sure. Nice patch of wood. That body in.
Sure you would. Right, so you start walking as if for him. Give me the following. Give me a performance, deception, and a just start with those two for now.
Wow. Okay, that's better.
So you are walking, going around doing your air quotes doing your rounds. What are you doing at this point?
So I have manacles and how many no?
In the mining specifically, a couple dozen. All
Is
of
it
them.
like an actual mine shaft or?
No, it's like a wall that they're digging into. All of them chained up to each other and stuff.
None of that arrogant.
Nope, none at all.
Yeah, free. You said there's no patrol.
Not really. I mean, they're making their rounds, and eventually they will come to this, but no one's like directly coming towards you. Kind of like lazily walking around, make sure everyone's behaving, things like that.
Wow.
I cannot believe you're doing a genocide run for your downtime.
It's a slave camp.
I know, but just like the fact that you're in like this sneaky combat section, if you're dead before the dragon, I'm gonna be so mad.
You know, I'm gonna be pissed at you if you abandon us before the dragon fight.
You think I couldn't get away from them?
I just think you're gonna take a lot of time to get all these bodies out of here.
You're terrible, Jason Bourne.
But he's a decent Raiden.
First patrol that's coming somewhat near. A pair or is it a single?
It'd be a pair. How about this? As Ragnar, or not Ragnar, as Kiers walking through the camp, getting a general vibe of it. Let's shift our focus over to Mr. Jesper.
Okay.
I'm
do have-
going to the drug
just heads up-
lords.
What's it,
Just
Ragnar?
heads up, I do have to leave in like 20 minutes. We don't have to get
Alright.
to my DT. We can do it later, but just
Cool. Then
just-
we'll focus over to Ragnar then. Because I'm sure Jesper, you got more than 20 minutes, right?
I got 30. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I got like an hour left where I actually have to really go to sleep.
All right,
Okay,
perfect.
I'll try to be quick then. It's just
All right, so Ragnar, you're
No.
heading back to your keep.
yes. Now last week I had asked Waterdrop had a better week head start. Basically, any of the land that I own on the estate, I want to start opening it up for basically villagers, like free of charge, as long as they're willing to like work the land, like as fishermen and things like that. They can come in and move in. Did anyone bite on that opportunity?
So word has gone out, but no one's denied it, but no one has shown up yet. It's only been a week, so it's not. Large Droplet assures you people are coming, that people have sent acceptance letters, but no one showed up yet.
Okay. Then just I guess to sweeten the pot slightly, like how in general, how big is the estate? Like how many people could I fit? Like if I wanted to make a small pot, like a
So I'm trying to think. Have you ever played Witcher 3?
yes, I have.
You remember that first Baron keep, Crow's something, I think it was called? Crow's Nest? I don't know what it's
Rose
called.
Perch and
Yep.
Velen. Yeah.
Yep, it's about that sized.
Okay, so I can fit people in.
Yep.
Decent. Okay. How many gold a day would it cost to get contractors to like start building like tiny, like Witcher-esque houses for people? To
So basically just simple wooden, like just hobbles and stuff. Let me
protect
do
you from
a
the elements.
quick Google search. Hold on one moment. Actually, you know what? Oh, I have my books. Hold on one second here. Oh, okay. Take a 2-minute break as I dig through my books to find this certain book I have. I have
Thank
the
you.
perfect book for this. Oh boy. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good if I can find it. Not in that box. I'm gonna grab my knife. Light. Books. Where are the motherfuckers? Motherfucker. I know I have. There's probably in here. Oh yeah, that's pretty heavy. Definitely gonna be books. Yep. Unpacking. Skinny one. First book I pulled open. Oh my god. All right. Ooh. Table content. Let's see here. Start in the beginning here. To build. Costs for. Okay. So you're going for more like a farming camp, correct? Ship.
Yes.
So. Oh, that's good to know. Don't want Wizard Tower. People stuff. Clerics, that's. Okay, here we go. Um. Give me one moment here. I'm looking for a table.
Yep, all good.
Because I have a book that's going to be perfect for this if I can figure out. It's a blacksmith. Is like, where's the table? Find that. Come on now. Ah, here we go. So we are going to go with. Okay. Cause a lot of flip flopping because I got to do math in my head.
You can. This is basically all I'm going to do, so it's.
Yep. I got you. Okay. So a monthly cost, and you're just trying to build homes. This doesn't specify, doesn't split it up. And it goes by like a 1 month for like upkeep. So we're gonna say a first level home setup for like of just like general store or general skill level. So like farmer, basic, pool repair, things like that. Everything like a starter village needs essentially. We're gonna go with a starting cost of 150 gold.
And that's for a month, you're saying, or how
No,
long is
that's
that
the
for?
starting cost. That's like to start up everything, and then after that, it's going to be a 20 gold investment, not including profits that you make.
Okay. So yeah, I have 400 gold, so yeah, I will pay the 150 then.
150. So that's just for the first month right now.
Yep.
So that will pay for homes to be built. That will pay for like general, like a storage area for stuff. That will cover like very simple like fishing rods, some very simple like food stuff, things like that.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's very, 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 very bottom level stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, that's basically what, and Ragnar will help along with that, get everything set up, and that's basically what's going for the
Yep. So
next.
you go to like a not the capital city, but you would go to like a larger city to hire people to come in and establish all this stuff. You would pay the money. Your keep itself, like I said, you do have like a couple servants plus your sailors. They will help take care of the keep, but Water Droplet says he'll start working on logistics for the like air quotes small. We can call it a village. It's not even that big yet, but like the area around your
Yeah.
home.
No,
your
the way you
land.
described it, that the Bloody Baron's Keep is the
Yeah.
way I'm imagining it now, where it's like it's definitely not a village, but it's
Yeah.
definitely there's people like nearby.
Yeah, you're looking at like 20, 30 people.
Gotcha.
And that's including everyone, including any kids, any like grandparents who people just moved with, things like that. That's not 20, 30 workers. That's just 20, 30. You're more looking at like 15-ish, 18 workers. And that's just like
Sweet.
bottom of the bucket starting point.
Yep. Roma's
So you get-
voting next. Yeah, that's
so
it's
going to take about a couple weeks to get everything built up. And after that, it's up to you how you want to upgrade and do your stuff. Because I have an entire book here. It's called Strongholds and Followers.
Oh yeah, dude,
So-
I'm gonna build. The goal of this is to build, like, start with a village small. Obviously, I want to build a fortress. Like,
Oh, it has that. Literally, there's even a section about pirate ships. In here.
yeah, dude,
So,
yeah. No, we're
it's.
freaking Shadow of Warring this right now.
I bought this for a one shot I was doing forever ago, and it just flopped, and I just had it. And then you're like, "Oh, I want to do this." I'm like, "Wait a minute, I have a book." Who needs Google when you have the power of knowledge?
Yeah, the way you said that, I'm like, oh, he totally had a game that used the system once, and he's just now frantically searching for the book.
Yeah, and it was the first book I pulled out of the second box. It was meant to be. So yeah, so that's good. So like I said, it's 20 gold per month upkeep, not including profits. Which you won't start getting profits for a couple months,
Yeah,
as you know, group food doesn't grow in a month. You don't have druids.
yeah. And honestly, from a mechanical standpoint, like I'm not necessarily looking for this to be like a business venture kind of thing where it's like, oh, I have so many things I'm raking in cash. It's more just like the ability to have a village kind of thing.
Absolutely.
More like I'm not
I
looking
understand your intentions with this.
Yeah, I'm not like, oh, now I have all these people making me money. I could buy more magic items. That's not what I'm.
I understand what it's going toward. That's why I said. That's why I put in the not including profits, because like eventually it will be self-sustaining.
Cool.
For like you don't have to keep paying that 20 gold a month.
Yeah, that's not bad honestly for a month upkeep. But
Well,
still,
you gotta remember, like, you gotta think your average worker makes a gold piece in profit, or like in work.
gold piece a day, gold piece a month.
It's a gold piece a month, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the average wages of a farmer.
Yeah,
It's a
20
gold
gold.
piece a month.
That's quite a bit.
So
If you get anything for the dragon, I'll be fine.
yeah. So yeah, it's expensive to hire people and work and stuff. So anything else you want to do or research or ask about? You don't have to do it right now, but just like think about that. If you want to send me a message.
I think I'm good, but I'll think about it and I'll send you something if I
Cool.
come up with something between now and.
Yeah, because it's not a firm 2 weeks; it's a loose 2 weeks for time frames of things.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so don't be afraid to be like, oh hey, I want to spend a week traveling to Asmodin and go kill some Asmodin people one last time.
No. Trying to build, trying. Anyway, we'll see how that goes.
All right, later,
If I come back and my village is on fire, I swear, I don't want to hear any words. We're going full courts and we're killing everyone. All right, cool. Thanks, Chris, for letting me go.
You're good. See you, man.
I'll see you guys.
All right, Jesper.
Yeah.
You're in the Golden Shores, a country you've never been to before.
Oh, this can't be good.
So you travel to Capital City via magical portals, and it's a beautiful place. 100% a vacation hotspot. 100% vacation. There's beaches, there's resorts, there's hotels. This country is built upon the beautiful sceneries and the lands. However, you also note it's known for its more traditional way of life. So there's a lot of monks, a lot of druids, and rangers here. This little corner where you teleport to is just more the touristy areas. But if you go deeper in the nature, it's gonna be hard pressed to find such ease of life commodities. So following the letter, you travel westward, heading toward the border of Coenlith, and to find this mysterious family of people that invited you into their home family. Takes you a couple of days of traveling to get there, and you start seeing more mountainous terrain. More and more mountainous terrain, and the road you're walking on is barely even called a road. It's just more like a section of grass where things don't grow as much. And you follow it, and then you see this very large Gothic-style castle sticking out of the mountain after you come around a bend.
Oh boy, I hope this guy doesn't have furry palms.
No, my palms are very actually quite smooth, delicate, and moisturized. No,
Wait, is someone there?
no.
That was a joke about the original Dracula. He had like weird furry palms when you first meet him in the book.
Actually, for some reason, my mind went to Beauty and Beast. I don't know why. It just did.
Yep.
So yeah, so you follow the little mountainous pathway, and you come across this very large, like I say, Gothic style castle that looks abandoned. Big giant doors with huge door knockers on them. Has the head of a lion on each door with a little ring around it.
Okay. Can I knock on the door?
Yep, absolutely you can. Do you knock on the door?
Yep. Boom, boom, boom.
The door would just open.
Hello?
No answer.
Rasul, take the. It's like, Rasul, keep a will in recordings just in case. I'm gonna leave all my stuff to Ragnar. Because frankly, I don't know what Kier or Bane would do with it.
The bird records it and nods, it's confirming, for you.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go walk in.
Cool. You walk in. You see the area is faintly lit with candles that are like almost, all the way burned down to the wax is nothing. Door closes behind you, but you see no one there. It just goes.
Is it bright pink inside?
No, it is not.
Aww.
A lot of browns and green.
Well, it's not the Addams Family house. Damn it. I keep walking. Yep. I wonder if that part from their letter about many doors being opening was literal.
You would continue to walk in. Place your footsteps echo throughout the empty castle. When continue down and you see certain pathways aren't lit with candles, so I'm assuming you're following the lit path. When you go deeper into the castle, going down a set of stairs, when you would hear the sounds of cooking, what it sounds like.
Oh, sorry, cooking?
Mhm.
Okay, I go down towards where the cooking sound is.
You hear liquids bubbling, you hear things being chopped, you hear metal clinking.
If there's 3 women in here, I'm gonna run the fuck away.
See 4 women. No, I'm kidding.
Well, no, because 3 women is a hag coming.
Yeah. They're making meth.
I mean,
Walter White.
You're not wrong. It's what? Yeah. But it smelled like this.
Yeah. Walter White.
I was pretty proud of my roadrunner telling her.
Oh. Okay.
Cool.
Ganassi.
So you would walk into this very large laboratory.
Yep.
Much larger than the lab back at your own college.
This feels very fancy.
You would see there's a woman wearing a white lab coat, her hair up in like a dirty bun type thing, wearing goggles, and she's has a notepad and she's taking notes. Experiment she's working.
Can I tell what she's working on?
Give me an alchemy check.
So alchemist supplies then?
Yes.
16.
It is something to do with the flavors of some fruits and stuff, something like that.
You trying to make some fruits?
She would look up and look around. She was like, "Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you to be here this soon. Hold on just one moment. Have to make sure it's timed correctly.
I get that. I just let her do it.
A minute goes by and she turns off the flame and she removes some liquids and it sinks to the side and she starts taking off her gloves and everything. She removes her goggles and she looks at you and you can easily tell she is a full vampire. And she turns and looks at you. Hello, you're Jesper, right?
Correct. Nice
Hi,
to meet
welcome.
you, miss.
Yes. You can call me Duchess Mercilla.
Duchess Mercilla?
Mercilla. Mercella.
This is Marcella. Alright. Thank you for your patronage, Your Grace.
Yes.
Duchess is Grace, right?
That's an old title, but it just rings very well off the tongue. And I just gotten grown too used to it.
Yeah.
Yes, anyways, welcome to, well, what's left of my castle. It's a home to people like yourself.
Oh. So, a lot of half vampires here?
Yes. Very much so. Half vampires, damp fears, full vampires, blood thralls, anyone and everyone. I have my doors open, my blood banks available to you all, my books, my research notes, my art, all yours. Well, I've been around for a very long time. Hate seeing suffer.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Nope, Chevalia.
You cannot get a beat on her whatsoever.
Well, that's fair and noble of you.
I'm glad you accepted my letter. Hope those blood samples of mine would do you well.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay, you kind of cut off the end.
I said, I hope those blood samples I gave you did you well with your research.
I'm coming close to making the unicorn blood, but Salamander's giving me some trouble.
It's very exotic blood. I didn't expect you to make any use of it overnight. No.
Yeah.
But she gestures to the laboratory. If you ever need lab supplies, just take it. Just make sure you clean it. Put it back when you're done.
Of course. So, So, I'm curious, what did my professor exactly tell you about me in your letter for this patronage?
Well, she let's go talk. She'll wave a hand. A chemical supply starts moving and cleaning itself. As an invisible force starts moving it, she starts walking. Come, follow me.
Yep. I avoid the unseen servants.
Yep. She would take you to a side room. It's the castle's tea room. She would snap her fingers. A blood thrall would walk in. And serve you a kettle with cups. He would pour the tea, but it's not tea at all. It's actually blood.
I am highly uncomfortable right now.
Oh, take it. It's humanely gathered. Don't worry. It's like I said. I don't kill anyone. I pay for the blood and everything.
Yeah. Like, does the thrall look like he has any of his own free will, or is he actually a thrall?
He's a full thrall. Zombified,
Yeah.
I just things like
try to calmly drink my blood.
She sees through your bullshit though. She's like, I understand. Thralls have a very misconception. Promise you that man was a very bad man before. Well, I took care of him.
Fair enough. It's just on principle.
Well, let me ask you something. Would you rather a rapist murderer run free, or would you rather him be put to better service?
I'd just rather him be in the fucking ground.
Some think that, but I think, well, I adapt some mentality of necromancers where, well, a dead body, useless. Why not use the useless to make them useful?
I mean, yeah, but you just hand the lizard folk then. They would make use of every part of them.
Ah, yes, the lizard folk. Yes, it's very rare you see one in this part of the world.
Oh, yeah. I just got to deal with a lot of them a while ago. They were nice until Tiamat got involved.
Oh, dear. Tell me more.
A bunch of weird cultists over in Estrabel. They they tried to drug us and to get us Tiamat, but they pissed her off because they anointed a Hydra as a Dragon God champion.
She would laugh slightly. Really, they confused the Hydra with the those poor lizard folk. Please tell me you at least killed them.
Oh,
Otherwise, Tiamat.
are you talking about the
Are they the
Hydra or
duck?
the lizard folk?
Well, the shaman, anyone really, because
How'd you know a shaman
What?
was involved?
you said shaman. Did you not say shaman?
I didn't say shaman, so I didn't know.
okay,
If
my bad.
okay, that was DM slip up. I thought that was a hint that she's been spying on me.
No, that's DM slip up.
Okay. No, it's just like yeah, we killed the Hydra. I got its blood. Managed to make some weird regeneration potions that may or may not work on blood.
She looks interested. You were able to acquire some Hydra blood.
Yeah. Do you need any? I do have some spare stock.
She seems to tap her chin. I don't have any in my personal stock. Hydras are very, again, in this part of the world, you don't see such creatures. If you have some extra, actually, I would be interested in buying it off of you.
I can give you 4 vials of fresh Hydra blood, and it was an interesting Hydra. It was stronger than your average variety.
She was like, 4 vials? Dear God, how much blood did you harvest from this thing?
12 full vials worth. It was, like I said, it was much larger than your normal Hydra.
God. All right, she's like, well, we'll discuss prices for that later. Oh, she's like, whew. She pulls out a fan and, fans herself. Oh, yes, well, you mentioned earlier something about your teacher.
Yeah, I was curious what he...
right?
Scale, yeah, hierarchical scale. I was curious what he put in the letter that attracted your attention to me.
She smiles. Well, it's none of my business to share, but I will say it's you've done work around here, in this world, keeping it safe. And don't try to pull one over for me. I have my insights with the Heavens 12. You don't get to be over 10,000 years old and not have inside trades.
Okay, Chris, well, player Chris just got what? What the hell? I didn't know you knew the Heavens 12.
Of course I did. I was around before even they existed. Remember, I'm thousands of years. You don't become the family head of a undead house without having insides.
Yeah, but how am I? Okay, so how did? Because Jasper's like
Take your time.
How the hell did the Heavens 12 get information on me to you? Why do they give a shit about me?
No, you misunderstand. I have knowledge about you through the Heavens 12. They didn't talk about you specifically. I asked about you.
Oh, okay. I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, don't think yourself that high and mighty yet, Jesper. Oh.
Yeah, I was kind of worried because I didn't want to be that high of a profile.
No. You're just someone who's helping them solve some problems. Ah, yes, the blood nukes. Very, very interesting thing.
Yeah. Hopefully. That actually brought these to a awkward segue, but you have seen a woman of much experience and various knowledge. Have you ever heard of dragons conducting game shows?
Dragons are weird creatures. They've done hundreds of millions of things. They're very fascinated with mortals and their little gimmicks and stuff. It wouldn't surprise me if they try to adapt to such mentalities.
Well, I think we're about to, because me and my compadres, God, that sounds weird in this context, we're going to actually head to a dragon that may be running a game show over in Pentecost.
You would sip her blood tea. Interesting. And why are you going there?
Most because we're getting paid for by a dwarf called Lumien, after we met an oracle who, frankly, did a lot of weird shit that I'm still trying to process.
You talked to one of the oracles.
Yes.
Which one?
Did we get her name?
The White Tower.
We got the White Tower Oracle.
She would. That's one of the ones I haven't yet met. I've met 4 of the sisters.
Well, I apologize. Oh yeah, no. Ryder didn't tell us since she died, so we don't know, do we?
No.
Yeah. Something about there's some weird stuff going on. Hopefully, after that tournament, we're gonna be fine. But right now we're just in the middle of I guess sabbatical training period?
It's always good to work on yourself, is what I always. After, that's all I do now these days. It's just stick to my research, advancing society and science and such.
So what have you been researching lately about out of professional curiosity?
Well, right now I'm working on, well, as you know, some undead, such as myself, have problems with tasting things, eating normal food. I am working on remedying that.
Oh, so like a sweetener that makes it so they can taste it, or you're adjusting the food
Uh,
itself?
And a little column A, a little column B, it's in its infancy. It's just, right now I'm trying to make food that's palatable to both undead and the living.
Hmm.
One of the head necromancers there in Black Snow contacted me and asked me to investigate it. We share notes all the time.
Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Although I can't say I've ever experienced trouble tasting stuff. That's news to
Well,
me
that's
about it.
because you're a Danfir. You're not full undead.
Oh, I thought it was just 'cause I had the boon of taste.
That too. So that enhances your taste.
Yeah.
Out of character hand on head. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That enhances it. Yeah. Like, well.
Well, let me know if you need any help, or I happen to be a better traveler, so if you need any rare herbs, I'm going around getting blood from creatures, but also other things. And I'm gonna be on the other side of the country, so stuff you normally can't get, I might be able to help with.
Well, I will send you a message if I ever do. But don't worry about me. As I said, I am here to help you. That is the goal of my estate, my house, and my family that I run.
Well, okay. In that case, how much do you know about transformation into animals a la druids?
Ah, yeah, she taps a finger. I have books about that somewhere here in this castle. But it's from what I remember, and she starts going like in teacher mode, you can tell immediately, because you've been a student.
Yep.
The druid transformation magic is both magical and innate to themselves. It's like a racial thing with them, but it's not. It's something that can be taught and learned. It's she's trying to try for years. It's one of the banes of being as old as I am. All the information gets jumbled up, and you forget things all the time. Why I write everything down. But she's like, it's not a blood thing per se. It's more magical than it is natural, but it is a natural thing to happen.
Well, when I
Like
work,
that, like it's like how a vampire could turn into a bat.
that's what kind of where I was going with this. I'm trying to figure out my overarching goal is I'm trying to adapt a scientific method to basically give us access to Druid's wild shape through potions.
Well, there's always the polymorph potion.
Yeah, but like, can you get? But you can't get to. Wait, can you get dragons in polymorph?
True polymorph, yes.
Okay, there's polymorph. But what if? But polymorph is I'm okay in character in canon. Isn't polymorph like stupidly expensive for especially the true polymorph?
Yes.
I'm trying to make it a lot more specific and relatively cheaper. Basically, what I'm trying to do is gain the blood of a creature, then we can turn into that creature.
Like, well, that sounds a little bit like polymorph, just more chemical and less magical.
Yes, but if we can make it alchemical, that means we can produce it. Could you imagine the work we could get done if miners had access to a bullet form?
Yes, but she leans back. Let me ask you this: what's to prevent people from using it for nefarious reasons?
Yeah,
The bane of knowledge is always understand that it will be used for war.
Please don't use the word bane. I'm having bad flashbacks right now.
She shrugs.
Yeah.
I'm not saying stop your research by any means. It's the reasons behind it are positive and quite heartwarming to me. I had a heart to warm, but it's something you have to consider in the pursuit of knowledge. Is what I make be a betterment to society, or will it be more of a bane to society? She gestures to, the air. Think about the blood nukes. Do you think their original purpose was for war?
I'm honestly trying to think of alternatives, but I can't think of anything that requires that many sacrifices to be anything but a weapon?
Well, you have to remember, it wasn't meant to be sacrificed 100,000 people originally, she says. Darn manuscripts get lost. This is why I refuse to die properly. Not until everyone knows everything.
Ma'am, if you want everyone to know everything, then why do you sequester yourself in your castle?
Because I'm a vampire and people will kill me on sight. She says with a smile.
I don't have a good response to that. It's a very fair point.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it easy to kill me? Not at all. No. It would require a champion of a god to do that. Which many people have come over and tried, but every time they always find themselves dissuaded to do so. I'm just so cute and innocent.
If I in a neutral evil castle?
Are you in a neutral evil castle? That's an interesting question you have.
No, like out of character. I didn't use my accent.
Out of character, that's a very good, interesting question, Jesper.
Jesper's just very uncomfortable with the sexy evil lady. Why does Jesper keep meeting sexy women? It's weird.
Very weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she says, anyways, enough about me and my history with the gods.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I just wanted to come and introduce myself so you know if I'm around. But if you don't have any questions for me, I better get back to Esterbel to prep for our dragon hunt.
You're always welcome here. There's always an empty bed. Don't be afraid. There is a teleportation circle. Downstairs, or is it upstairs? Wait, where are we again? It's upstairs. Yes, upstairs.
I mean, does it really matter? We can walk on walls.
She's like, that's just. But then you get dirt on the walls.
Fair point.
No, have some class, Jesper. All right. I understand you're a man of knowledge, but at least have some class.
I mean, I have 6 levels in one.
I fucking hate you so much.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
What were we just talking about again? We were talking about something a minute ago.
Blood nukes?
Yes, blood nukes. Yes. We were talking about why do you think they were originally made for?
Honestly not sure. What reason could they have?
Well, let me ask you something. What do you know about the nuke itself? Tell me.
I know it requires sacrifices, it can be targeted, it kind of ended up making black snow. Does it create undead from the victims?
No. Vecna created the undead. Black Snow was a desolate wasteland of nothing where only undead could survive there.
Well, that's about all we've gotten information on. We know that the quality of the soul affects the blood.
She points at you, right? Well, okay. So let me ask you this. If someone very powerful used it, say, myself, what do you think would happen?
The apocalypse?
Don't think I'm using up my entire life force. Think I'm using but a sliver of it.
I mean, I guess you could do some precision strikes on a bigger scale war.
But don't think of it as a wartime scenario. Think of it as more a protective weapon.
So it's to dissuade people from attacking because...
Not specifically people. She smiles.
Oh. Question, how much do I know about old stories and lore? Like, what's the lore of this world? Did they kill elder gods to protect us?
Wasn't going that direction, but it has happened. That's a pretty generic 5e lore thing.
So you're telling me there's something out there so big and bad the blood nukes were necessary?
Let me ask you something. Do you know why it's been hundreds and thousands of years been last used?
Relative peace?
No, not at all. No.
Then I honestly do not know.
It was sealed away because it was deemed too dangerous to use. Do you know what it took to seal it away, or thought it was sealed away?
A lot of very magical people enchanting a lot of areas where the information can be found. It's like Jesper's very carefully choosing his words, remembering his blood pact.
Oh, I love toying with you. So fun. All right, I'll stop playing these games. You're very at least can talk around the subject. You know this. I know you know this, but I know you can't talk about it because blood bond. Don't pretend I didn't notice. I'm a fucking vampire. If I didn't notice, I would be terrible at my job.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't really say it because I didn't want to choke to death in your own house. That feels like a
Well, I
rude...
wanted to see how well you could do. Actually,
Yeah.
a test of some sorts. Anyways, the ritual to seal it away required every single god's approval.
Oh,
Why do you think the gods wanted it to go away?
it could hurt them.
She winks at you.
Then that means it's sealed away from every god that we know of, but Lilith has access to it.
Ooh, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Well, she has a cult, and she's currently being worshipped as a god, so...
Well, it's probably not the worst thing she's ever done.
I don't even want to ask, do I?
Oh, I think you want to.
What else has she done?
She's the one who made it.
She made it, but it got sealed away. Okay, so she made the blood ritual.
Mhm.
Okay. Was she trying to to kill the gods?
Mhm.
What happens when the gods die?
Oh, gods die all the time. They just don't truly come back, or a piece of them evolves to take over and such. But if all the gods die, there are no gods. Man can rule themselves freely. Or think they can anyway. There's still people like myself who aren't quite gods, but might as well be.
Well, this has been an enlightening conversation.
You're always welcome to my home, Jespa.
Yeah, thank you very much. I will contact me if you need any help.
Are you lying? The DM asks the player.
Lying if you need... Contact me if you need any help that I can do without compromising my ethics for my shop.
She says, you don't have to be afraid of me, Jesper. I'm not evil anymore.
It's like Parthenax with a vampire?
I am a vampire who's very old, has grown bored of the old ways. I tire of hiding in my own home, afraid of being smited to death. I wish to be able to go out and explore the rest of the world without fear.
Well,
Hence why I have my home doors open to anyone, not just undead like yourselves, although that's typically the people who come, but it's a step forward.
well, hopefully we have the same goals. I almost managed to do something similar with my clinic over in Osgard during the...
Yeah, it's
What?
the gray zone. I've heard about it.
Yeah, got a nice ring to it. Better than Jesper's lace.
She nods. I agree.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the information, and the blood tea was lovely. And thank you for supporting my my scholarly pursuits. But I have to begin back to prepping for my team.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
My teleport circle is always available to you.
Yeah.
And your friends, especially the undead one.
I will let him know once he comes back from monster hunting. Yeah.
He's a very unique Draga.
You can see, yeah. Well, thank you for everything, ma'am. I will see you later. And just for calmly, but have you ever done that thing where you're trying to be calm, but there's tension in your shoulders as you walk out?
Mhm.
He kind of has that going on as he goes down the circle, and once the teleportation is through, he's going out and he's looking at Soul. He's going, "Oh, what the fuck are we into?"
I don't know. What?
You can talk now.
No, he can't. That's the DM fucking with you.
Jesper wouldn't question it after this day. I think that's where we're gonna stop the recording.
Well, we still got Kier.
Oh yeah.
But if you need to go, obviously.
I need to go, but goddamn lore dumps.